It's a great show. Yes.
Great.
We ready to do this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
do it up. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome back. This is a very special show, and I really mean it. It's our 8th annual Top 10 TV shows of the year.
Seven.
It's the 7th annual Top 10 TV shows of the year. I'm not even re-recording the beginning. I'm going to keep going. 7th annual, and we've got 7 people here to talk about their favorite shows. We've got a ton of other lists. We're going to do a second listener show. I just want to start off by saying that. So next week, I think it's just going to be me, Heath, and Ando are going to go through the other 10 or 12 or however.
So far, I think I have 13 other ones, and we can.
Nice.
So people can still send us more lists or post on Facebook, and they can be included next week.
Yeah, 13 other lists. So we have about 20 in total. This is going to be a great show. It's a big show. Of course, if you're listening now, you know to go to dvrpodcast.com. Check out all the great stuff we're doing. Currently, we're covering Hijack and A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And a bunch of the people on today are probably going to be on A Night of the Seven Kingdoms or already have been. And I'm going to start out by introducing everyone. Let's start out with our newest guest, Miss Amy Archer from Little Miss Recap. Amy, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. We're ready to go. This is going to be
I'm
a
happy to
fun
be
one.
here. Mm-hmm.
Me too. I'm happy too. And Mike from One Mike, the YouTube sensation. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm a lot better now that you call me a sensation, but glad to be here. You're embellishing, but appreciate that.
Nice. Yes. And we have Jenny. Jenny is here as well. Jenny, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Ready for all the lists? Gina, my Night of the Seven Kingdoms co-host.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Doing good today.
Good, good, good. And of course, Ando, the man with the stats, the figures, the compilation, all the stuff you hear tonight and on our next one is going to be compiled by Ando. Ando is the list master. How are you doing, pal?
I'm doing great. I'm just want to provide some choreography and merriment as one of my favorite characters this year did. So let's do this.
Nice. All right. That's fantastic. Well, look at that. We got through everybody.
Hey, what about me?
Well, hold on a second, Solo. I was giving you a special intro.
Oh,
You stepped on your own intro.
I stepped on my own intro. Oh,
Yes.
What about me?
I was
what
going to
about
say,
me?
we've talked to everyone except the man I'm going to start with,
Oh,
Mr. Heath
Oh.
Solo.
List master.
Yes.
List master himself.
sensations are flowing throughout my body.
Yes.
Uh,
All right. Well, what I wanted to do was transition directly into talking about what kind of year it's been in television. Usually we do kind of start out with that discussion. You know, some years we're coming back from a strike or COVID or something like that. 2025 was its own year. We had like full production, so many shows going. But Solo, why don't you start us out? How did you feel about this year? How was it making your list? Was it easy? Was it hard? Do you think there were a lot of great shows, a lot of mid shows? What's your overall impression of the year?
well, compared to last year, I mean, I watched a lot more TV last year, and I didn't have a problem putting a top 10 together. And I know a lot of people on the pod were struggling with that, saying that it, wasn't the greatest year of TV. This year, I start in January, and once I finish a 2026 show, I put it on my list, and I'm constantly doing my list the whole year, because the one time I tried and I'm looking all these shows up and I totally miss shows. So I have to do that. It's the way I'm wired. But this year, I just think there's a lot of top heavy shows, a lot of elite shows more than last year, in my opinion. It was hard to fit 9 and 10 in there for me. I had a lot of battles, but pretty much my top like 8, it was like set in, it was in stone. So I'm looking forward to talking about it.
Okay, cool. Gina, how was it making your list?
I actually struggled to find 10 things that I really liked. There's a lot out there, but I think things that really resonated with me, there was just a lot less out there this year that like really hit home for me. So
Interesting.
yeah, and I watched a lot of stuff. Like there are a lot of things I'm just like, I'm not gonna put that on the list or that on the list, but I've got a top 10. I've
All
got a
right.
top
Well,
10.
tough one. Mike, how about you, buddy? How was it making your list? What'd you think of this year?
I had the opposite experience of Gina. Gina had my 2024. That's how 2024 was for me. This year was probably my favorite since 2022. I was able to get a top 10 together pretty easily, but I have 15 honorable mentions, which I haven't had since probably about 2022, and I had like 20 or 25 or something like that. And putting
Mike,
together a
you are
top
the
10 was really
king of
difficult.
honorable mentions.
I love honorable mentions,
15.
man.
You too.
15, yeah. So basically shows that I didn't feel were good enough for the top 10, but that I really still enjoyed. I put them as honorable mentions. So, I had like 20 something of those in 2022. I had 15 this year. So yeah, I liked a lot of stuff. So yeah, pretty easy putting my list together this year.
Well, I guess we're doing a third podcast of Mike's honorable mentions, and that'll just be Mike doing that by himself on YouTube. Amy, how was it making your list? And you're new this year, you haven't joined us previously. Do you usually make a top 10? Do you think about a top 10 of the year, or how was this experience for you?
Not really, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed making the list. So I watch a lot of sci-fi and fantasy because my husband refuses to watch anything else. So that's what I'm forced to watch when we watch a collective experience. So a lot of those shows were already on the list and stuff. So I was trying to think of things that I really liked that maybe wouldn't be in everybody else's top 10. So I pulled a few out. So that was fun trying to do that. I also, I cover a lot of reality TV. Like that's my world. And I feel like, and this could be a deeper conversation, that reality TV is kind of undergoing a shift the last 2 years. I think it's changing. I think, the old steadies of 90 Day and stuff like that and Love is Blind are kind of needing to change. And so I think we're seeing some of that with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and stuff like that. So I think it's an interesting time, and not a lot of reality for me made the top 10.
Yeah. Now I'm a huge reality fan, but
Mhm.
I kept for this year, I didn't have any reality or docs.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of talk about that separately because there was so much of it that was good that I actually want to kind of have a separate secret list that I will reveal on our other podcast of just reality and docs.
Okay.
Because there were so many good ones, and that's like
There
a
were so many
sub
good docs.
and that's like a
Yes.
subgenre now, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
every streaming thing releases these one-off docs or little mini series one, and it's
Yeah.
kind of it's its own thing. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I
Jenny,
agree.
how did you feel about making your list?
So I took advice from some of y'all, and I actually in 2025 I made a running list of the shows that I watched. A few of them I probably left out accidentally, but I am also going to take some advice from that I heard Heath saying recently, and I'm probably going to try and start giving them a letter grade when I watch them because I
Mhm.
mean it helps me remember what I watched, but I don't remember exactly how I felt about it at the time.
Yeah.
So Mike has one up on me there since he podcasts about most of the shows he watches. He knows how he felt about them at the time. But when I looked at my list, I was able to pull 8 shows out pretty quickly to get into my top 10. And then I was like popping a bunch of them into honorable mentions, but I couldn't, I did struggle with getting 2 more in there, but I did manage to find a couple that I really enjoyed and deserved, and pulled them out of the honorable mentions into the top 10. But I don't think that I had as rough a time as some people did, but I did enjoy 2025. And I also enjoyed the fact that I was more prepared this year for my list making.
Wow, you all are great. I cannot do that. I cannot keep a list all year.
I just made a Google Doc and I made myself start
Nice.
putting it in there.
I have notes. I have a running list on my phone, like under the notes
Me
of shows
too.
I
That's
want to
what I
watch
do.
and stuff.
That's
So I'll
where I
just
keep
start a
mine
new
as
one.
well.
And do that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I do too.
That's awesome. Wow. Well, I wish I had that kind of dedication, but instead I just go Googling top shows and like all the shows that came out in 2025, and I just look at like a list of like 700
Oh my
shows.
That's kind
But
of what I
seems
did this
harder.
time. Mhm.
you know what? It's a lot harder. So though, that's why I'm sitting here thinking I'm an idiot, but that's not a new thing. Let's what else are we going to talk about? We got the year overall. Okay. You know what, to bring it back to the beginning, I kind of agree with what you said in the beginning, Solo. Top heavy. I felt like there were a lot of outstanding, like big money shows that
Right.
actually were very good, that didn't bomb, or like, even though we still do have a lot of streaming shows that have like 10 Hollywood stars that you don't even remember were made.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of them did kind of pan out. And I agree with what you said, Amy, about reality TV. It's crossing over too. A lot of
Well,
people are getting
They have to
interested.
figure out the social media of it all and how
Yeah.
to integrate that into the experience. That's what's causing the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, but also people love that too, right?
Yeah.
They love being
Yeah.
get into it.
Axel,
And yes, sir.
I found out, like, not only top heavy, but I felt shows this season had really good finales more than
Mm.
any other year. I feel like a lot of shows ended well versus, oh, this was great, and then it kind of, I felt a lot of shows ended better
You're
this
right.
season.
I'm looking at my own list and I'm like,
Can I ask a question out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Is there a show that you guys think like was your biggest flop that you thought was going to be good and it was just
That's
not?
an interesting one.
Oh, let me look at my list, Amy,
I was
and
gonna
see
say,
what's
I have a
ranked
list for
number
that too.
49.
Because what comes to mind when we were talking about like stars and so I was thinking that Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm was terrible and I thought it was going to be great.
That is
And I didn't
one that
like
I
it.
was looking forward to a lot.
Yeah.
I did not get into it.
I would say the one show I have, Axel, that I wanted to be good, but it was Yellow Jackets. That was when, to me,
Mm,
season one went
yes.
from elite to absolute crap.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
I
for
Yeah.
me.
barely remember that season was actually last year, to be
When I
honest.
looked at my list of shows, I was like, Yellow Jackets was this year?
I agree
Yeah.
with that, Heath.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a good point. Yeah.
It's a show I want to love. I really do.
Mhm.
And it just, between cover songs and real songs in the same episode, it becomes an MTV, and then it got goofy. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it was one of my least favorite shows that I
So I'm
watched
trying
this
to
year.
think of like most disappointing show.
Dr.
Landman
Odyssey?
was disgusting, but I didn't expect very much from it. So.
Wait, how about And Just Like That? But that was already awful.
Oh
Oh,
God.
that
That was
yeah,
already
that had to come
terrible.
back.
Oh,
So
God,
yeah,
I stopped-
that doesn't
yeah.
really count.
I stopped. I was watching that first season. I stopped. There was an episode with a tampon, and I'm like, this show isn't for me.
Well, you missed the ending.
Yeah, and
Right.
yeah,
Let's
anyway.
keep it moving. And Ando, you have some fun stats for us.
Well, are you going to ask me what I thought about the year, Axel, or?
Well, that again,
He's
yes.
trying to.
and
He's
I-
trying to say that.
There you go, buddy.
Gotcha.
There
You
you
did
go.
forget this
Why
one.
don't you give your stats and also tell us your opinion about this year?
I'm actually very similar to how Mike felt. I think it's the best year since 2022.
Mm.
I had a harder time sorting things. I did not have a hard time finding shows that I wanted to put on there. I think I maybe have 14 honorable mentions, so a little less than Mike, but same thing. A lot of shows that I loved
See?
and just
That's a
not-
pod, both of those guys.
Me and Andy
Yeah.
doing our honorable mention pod.
yes. So
Oh,
yeah,
so real quick, Ando.
yeah.
I thought there was a limit on honorable mentions. Like you only could do 3 or 4.
No, there's no limit.
All right, I'm going to send you some honorable mentions later for the next
Okay,
pod then.
yeah,
because I have
yeah,
way
cool.
more.
Wait a second. I have 58 shows.
Oh
that
my
I can
God.
say.
Okay.
I watched
next.
44,
Enough.
and I'm not going to do it. I watched
So-
44 and probably 38. I would include. Yeah, I'm not.
That's
Gonna
your honor.
And I actually I watched more shows than I normally do because I had some weird sicknesses I had to battle out this year, so I had a lot of downtime to watch TV, so I was able to watch way more than I normally do. And like I said, I thought that was great. I think the very top 2 or 3 shows are very, very good. I mean, but then there's a lot of stuff that's, like I say, between that number 4 and 30 spot that I think are kind of all in the same, but all still very good. One thing I thought was interesting, especially after looking at some of the lists that we have, I find it interesting that series are actually changing how they're done. When one of the first years I was on this pod, I remember some people that were on there were like, I'm not putting Chernobyl on my list because it's only 5 episodes. This year, there's shows that are 4 episodes that are making people's top 10 lists now.
Mhm.
And that never used to be a thing. Shorter seasons are coming back into vogue, I think, which is kind of a cool cool thing because I like that idea because for a long time there was too many shows that were too padded out and I think
Agree.
they're finally realizing maybe cutting it back sometimes. And then one of the other big shows this year was 15 episodes. So I think they're actually letting them expand or shrink to what the creators want. So I think that's a very good sign for the future.
Word.
Otherwise, that's kind of what my feeling are on that. But you know what? I can do a few quick stats and then we can get into it. How does that sound? I'm the only person that has seen all the lists, so I have some. I'm not going to spoil things, obviously, but the number one network or streamer this year by us 7. It's the first time HBO has led the pack in 3 years. The last 2 years it's been Netflix, so HBO is back on top. Netflix is second, Apple third, Hulu and Paramount Plus are rounding out the top 5 of all the different networks and streamers. So of the 7 of us, there are 54 different shows listed. So the list is very varied and it's going to be fun. There's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's only five shows that have made 5 or more lists. Ours. So no show is on everybody's list.
What?
There's 2 shows. There was 2 shows that were on
Wow.
6 of the 7, but no show was perfectly on every list. So
2 people are gonna have some explaining to do.
It's like the year when The Last of Us came out and it was on all our lists except Axel.
I don't think I didn't have Last of Us on a list either.
Or maybe
I don't
it
think.
wasn't The Last of Us, but there was one year. Was
There's
one
been
of
a couple of
shows
those
like
that
No,
Right.
Last of Us
Yeah.
was definitely one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Ando. So
Yes.
you said there's 2 shows that are on 6 lists.
Of us 7, yes.
Should we try very quickly, everyone try to guess which 2 shows those are?
I think that would be a fun idea.
Okay.
That's
Let's
impossible.
Okay, I'll call you and just give me 2 shows. Okay, Mike.
Severance.
Severance is on the list. Is it one of the 2?
Oh no, you can't
Mike-
tell
Mike
us.
could win it.
Ando,
Mike could
you
win it.
can't you
Okay,
can't
well then the
say
other
it.
one.
Wait, then what are we doing?
Okay. You're supposed to guess the 2 shows.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
really
but,
That are
quick.
on
but,
6
but
of the
Ando's
list.
not supposed to tell us? We're
Until
just-
we all guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah. until
So I
we
gotta
all
guess I gotta guess.
Yeah.
Make a second guess.
Yeah.
Adolescence.
All right. Okay. Jenny.
Well, we already know Severance is one. The White Lotus.
Gina.
Adolescence.
Solo.
The Pit.
Amy.
That's a good one.
Alien Earth.
Ah, okay. So no one got it.
The other one
Andy.
is
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
yeah, I'm not allowed to say it. Yeah, Axel already knows the answer. He's seen this note.
Oh.
The other one is Task. Is that?
I was going to say
I was gonna-
Task.
Task or adolescence.
Yeah,
are also
but
my
that's
2, so, yeah.
interesting that no one guessed it, right?
Oh, I
That
thought we weren't going to
shows-
say it till the
yeah.
end. of
Okay,
the
so
pod.
who's
Yeah,
the
that's
task call?
interesting.
Who didn't put it on their list?
I didn't
Task.
put it
and-
on my list.
Jenny.
The other quick strange thing is that there's 3 shows that are on 5 of the 7, and no one named one of those 5 either, or one of those 3 either.
Okay.
So
We'll see what
there's-
they are.
We'll
There's-
leave it at that.
Yeah,
All right.
I think so. Let's go to the top 10s.
All right. That's cool, man. Very varied. All right. So we're jumping right in. We're doing pretty good. We're only at about like 15
We got 5 minutes
20
left.
minutes. I like it. Let's go. No, we're doing really good. We're
No, we are.
cruising.
It's about
Um,
time after
yeah,
7
we're-
years or whatever.
Exactly. Or 8. I'm going to say it's
Oh,
8,
8.
but everyone says it's 7. We're going to start off with Heath and Amy. So you guys do what you want to do. Take
Only
it away.
2 enter, 1 exits. That's it.
All right, I'm
You man
screwed.
enter, one man leaves.
Amy's got me. Amy, why don't we do this? One of us will just quickly go through our honorable mentions, and I'll do it, then you'll do it, and then we'll do 10,
Okay.
10, 9, 9.
Okay. Yeah, just quick note here. I didn't put mine in order of the way I like them, but that's
What?
okay. That's okay.
Amy?
Yeah. All right. Honorable
done that before.
mention. I have a lot of reality in my honorable mention. So my first one is Temptation Island, which moved to Netflix this year and was bonkers. And they put a little more money into the production. I loved it.
One of my honorable mentions is Black Mirror, even though I haven't finished
Mm.
it. Black Mirror is a weird show for me. I think it's one of the best shows ever, but
It's good.
I don't binge it. I save it.
Yeah.
I know it's weird.
So do I.
I have to do that. Like I have even 2. I just finished 2 episodes from like 2 seasons ago. For some reason, I skipped them. It was weird, but But Black Mirror may have made my top 10. I haven't finished it, but I wanted to give it a shout out.
Okay. My second one is Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which I know Axel hates, and I'm determined to get him to like it. Season 2 and 3 aired in 2025, and I did not like season 3. I loved season 2. Season 3 was not good. So I don't know what the future holds there, but I thought season 2 was really good. There was a lot of deconstruction of Mormonism on it. I really, really enjoyed it.
Well, you're going to get another season because she's the Bachelorette.
And they're airing season 4 at the same time.
So
wow. My next honorable mention, and I have 5 honorable mentions. I don't know how many you have.
I have 4.
Amy. Okay. This one is right in my wheelhouse. Law and Order: Criminal Intent Toronto on the CW. It's a Canadian show, but it's really good. I love it. And I love the lead. I love the 2 detectives, and the lead actor is very Bobby Gorin, aka Vincent D'Onofrio, in his Canadian way. Just dig the show. So had to throw it out there.
Special Forces season 4, starring Cody Brown, was fantastic. Never saw it before. Axel and I covered it on my pod, and we had a blast doing it. It's a great show.
So
I will say, Amy, when my wife would put Sister Wives on, I want to punch him in the face every time. But on Special Forces, I kind of liked him in a weird way. I don't know why. I kind of liked the dude.
I kept watching for an accident, but didn't.
Yeah. I guess I didn't hate him as much as what I should.
Right.
I don't know why.
Because he's not terrorizing women. So
that's probably why.
Benign.
And surprise of Special Forces, Brianna Chicken Fry.
Yeah. And what's her name? The Real Housewives' daughter, Gia.
Gia.
Yeah.
Gia.
She's great.
Gia, pet.
She's great.
My next one, this was because of 2 shows I watched late in the year. This show got bumped out of the top 10. The Bear. Really loved The Bear. Was late to The Bear. So I really liked this season. I know people had problems because good things happened this season. I don't think anyone was prepared for that. But there's a confrontation as an actor that I really thought was brilliant. Some people didn't like it. For me, it was like heaven. So almost made it, but I love The Bear.
I have one more that I just added. See, Ando's going to hate me because I'm editing in real time. Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. I can handle the editing.
I have Handmaid's Tale final season because I thought it was a good ending, but it wasn't top 10.
Next one I got The Beast in Me. Was that on? I forget now. That's Netflix, right?
Netflix.
I get that confused. We're all her fault.
Yeah. Because they're both mid.
Yeah. The Beast in Me.
Like Claire Danes impersonation.
I mean, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. Which one is Claire Danes in?
The Beast in Me.
The Beast in Me. That's
with Matthew Reese.
All her fault is Sarah Snook. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For a second there, I'm like, wait, Kerry Russell and Matthew Reese were in The Beast in Me together?
No.
Okay.
The Beast in America.
Matthew Reese. Unbelievable.
He nailed it. He was great.
He is. Wow. And I really enjoyed the show. Had a little issues why I didn't quite make the top 10, but very little. It could have easily made it. But this certain hospital show blew me away that I'll get into later.
That's all my special mentions.
Okay, I got 2 real quick. All Her Fault, as I mentioned, I forgot to put that on Ando. So even though I want to add that.
Yep, I can add it.
And for me, Alien Earth was in the top 10 since it aired. Again, a couple of shows bumped it out, and but I love Alien, but I'm not like a nerd crazy Alien, and this made me want to become a nerd about Alien. I love the show so much. So it's 10B. Really is close. So
okay.
That's my honorable mentions.
Should we move to our lists?
Are you ready for some top 10? No?
Okay, I'm going to go in the order I have them, but this is not necessarily the order I like them in. Okay, so number 10 is Murdoch, Murder in the Family, the Hulu series, which I thought we're covering it now on my murder show. It was so good. It's so well done. And I usually don't like scripted murder shows because I think that's a dangerous place to be, but I really, really enjoy this.
Awesome. That's on my list to watch. I got to watch that.
Good.
My number 10, you mentioned The Handmaid's Tale final season on Hulu. I struggled with Handmaid's Tale last couple of seasons. Half the season I really love, half I really wanted it. I actually thought the previous season was the last season, so I was surprised when a new season came out. But I really, really enjoyed this season. I thought they wrapped it up well, and I kind of got back into the Handmaid's world. So it's number 10 for me. I gave it an A-. So all my top 10s are A-.
Wow.
I got 1A+ and 1A, or 2As. 2As. Rest
Okay.
A- for me.
Next one on my list is Black Rabbit on Netflix. I love Jason Bateman. So I thought it was well done. It was interesting. It was different. I liked it. I liked how dark and gritty it was. I really liked it.
It was a fun binge. It really was. We were like flew through it.
Yep.
Number 9 for me is The Morning Show on Apple. Now, we just started watching The Morning Show 6 months ago, or maybe less. So we went right into the final season still to binge it. And this show is amazing. I can't believe it took me this long to watch.
I heard this most recent season was one of the best seasons.
It kind of all blends together for me because of the binge, but I didn't think I would love this show as much as I do. And the writing and the acting is superb. And I love control room, behind the scenes stuff, as Ando knows. But like this show hits it out of the park. And it started off a little slower for me, but then it got into gear and it freaking was great. So that's my number 9.
That's John Hamm's on that too, right?
Yeah, John Hamm is on that show too.
He's a reoccurring.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the previous season he was more of a regular.
I wish I could get back into that. I really enjoy that show solo, but it kind of lost me at the beginning of this season, this newer season. I got to get back into it.
See, this is one of those shows. I mean, most of these shows me and my wife both watch because we usually try to watch as much as we can together. And we both got so into it because it was her pick and she was liking that I liked it. So it became like our show. So a little extra in there.
Next, I have Andor season 2. So I was late to that party as well in that whole universe. So we watched 1 and 2 together. And so it kind of blends in together. But I thought it was timely.
Very.
And I really enjoyed it.
I'm surprised that's not on more people's lists, Andor.
I'll be honest, Axel. I think it's one of the best productions. I enjoyed the heck out of it. It's a top 20 for me. I'm just, again, Diego Luna, I think the lead. Yeah. To me, just in this show doesn't do it for me. And that's what I don't really like his character that much. But
I just found it uneven, the show. Like some episodes I thought were amazing, and then it would kind of slow down for me. You know, it was very kind of Disney up and down for me.
Yeah.
But I can see why it's on people's lists.
My real only complaint with Andor is I think it's a poor title because it's so much more of an ensemble. It's not just Andor. It should be titled, I don't know, Birth of the Rebellion or something else. I think that would, because I've heard that complaint before. Like, I just don't like Andor. And I'm like, but he's not, like, especially the second season, he's not really, I mean, it's spread out over so many other characters. It's not just him. So,
but it would have been better if they spread it out even more, I think.
Yeah,
Some
I
of the stuff
agree.
with that they concentrate on certain characters. But okay, that's I mean,
we'll talk
I can
more.
see,
Andor will get brought up again, so we can
I'm
talk
sure
about it again.
Yeah, people liked it.
My number 8, Netflix, Department Q.
I just started that.
Oh,
I love it. It was so good. And that
it.
was one that you guys, I think Andy, Brett, probably Axel.
Yeah, I think
watched
I
it before I did and was like, Solo, watch it.
I was stumping for you to watch that one pretty hard. I knew you'd like that one.
I only watched the first episode and I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
That beginning scene with the crime scene, that whole thing, that sets a tone. And Matthew Good, I always think Matthew Good is a different actor. Every time I see his name in the credits, I can never find him. Now, Matthew Good, I know exactly who you are. You're not the other guy from Gossip, or there's some other actor that's in that MGM plus Harold Perrineau show that I get confused with.
From,
yeah. There's an actor in there that I always think he's Matthew
Well, he
Good.
was on Downton with the other Matthew. There's another Matthew that was on Downton too. They were both on it.
Hugh Matthews. Dave?
Yeah.
No,
there's
not
a lot
Dave.
of Matthews in England.
Dave Matthews?
Dave Matthews. But no, and I love Kelly McDonald. But my breakout star of the year, is Alexei Manolev. I'm sorry, Alexei's He plays Akram Sakine.
Oh yeah, his partner.
Oh
His partner.
yes,
Mhm.
he's
He
great.
was great. He's good in Jack Ryan, the show, but I didn't remember him. This one, he's my favorite character in this. I love him.
I agree with that. This did not make my top 10 list, but Akram was the man for sure. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
That character of just he's proper. He's not overdoing it, but then when he gets to a point, he has to do things, and you're like, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But
So
it works for the show too, how he's the one who does it, and then Matthew Good just kind of stands back and kind of watches
Yes.
him do bullshit. Like, and so he can retain this like good guy kind, like you kind of have more empathy for him, but then you like the other guy because the background's mysterious, like, so I like,
yeah.
all right.
So all right.
No
Is
spoil- I don't want
Amy
to spoil.
7?
American Primeval.
Oh, I haven't seen that
Interesting.
yet.
I love any show from that time period, so I really enjoyed it. And Taylor Kitsch, I thought was really good, which is hard to say sometimes, but he was good. He was
I
good.
love
I
him.
like him. I know what you mean, though.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Taylor Kitsch.
It was good.
That show was in my honorable mentions and was a very impressive start to the year. I remember that came
Yeah.
out in early January, and I watched it. I was like, "Wow, this is how we're starting the year." Okay,
I know.
It's funny because I'm just kind of a baby around blood and gore and stuff, but I absolutely love period piece, like just bloodlust for the violence, like the Vikings and all of that stuff. I just love it.
Mike, you actually mentioned that on last year's top 10 pod at the very end of the podcast. You said, I think I already have an honorable mention, and it's American Primeval.
There you go.
Oh,
Yes.
Who did that show? Who's the showrunner? Wasn't that the guy who
I don't know.
did the chess show? Or no, is that a different
Queen's
No,
Gambit.
Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, Queen's Gambit?
I don't-
I think
Actually,
so,
you
right?
might be right.
Searching
You
for
might
Bobby
be
I
right.
think
Fischer?
it is.
I'm spacing on who you're talking about too, but you might be right.
Yeah, American Primeval.
Mark
I
Smith?
thought that Heath.
I know, Jenny. Thank you.
No, American Primeval is Peter Berg.
Mark Smith.
Oh, is
is
that
the
Peter
Oh,
Berg?
Peter
creator.
Berg.
Peter
Okay.
Berg.
Oh,
I
Taylor
knew there was
Kitsch,
some
Friday Night
trouble to it.
Lights.
Really?
I'm getting
Mark
understanding.
Smith, The Revenant.
Oh, oh wait,
And
no,
Mark
yeah,
Smith,
creator
yep.
is Mark L. Smith.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mark
Peter
L.
Berg is
Smith.
like the main producer
Oh,
and
okay.
director
Right,
for
it's
a couple
not.
episodes.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The Queen's Gambit guy did another Western where it's two women are in a town.
I love it.
I saw that
it's
too. That was great.
Yeah, it's the
Get into
woman
that.
from Downton is on
I
it, the
recommend that
daughter,
show to
right?
everybody. What
Is
is
it the
name
one
of
with
it?
Gillian
Godless?
Anderson?
Was it
And
Yes,
Godless?
Godless.
Godless.
Oh,
That's right,
Godless.
that's one.
Yes.
So
That's it
good.
right there. Yeah,
So good.
I was
that's the
commissioned.
guy
I was
from the
commissioned to
Queen's
watch
Gambit.
that on my YouTube channel, and I was
Okay.
so grateful. I was like, that show was awesome.
Okay.
So good.
I'll have to
Well,
watch
God,
that.
I got
American
3 shows I
Primeval,
gotta
I'd like
watch
to check
already.
it out. I like to check that out. Cool.
And my number 7 is that where? Yeah,
Yeah.
we covered it. HBO Task.
That's my
Phenomenal
number
show.
6. Mhm.
Phenomenal show. I just loved every bit of it. I was a Mayor of Easttown fan. This
Yep.
is right up my alley. Marky Ruffalo eating subs and wiping his hand. I'm like, oh, that looks like me on a Wednesday. But yeah, no, it just what a show. I mean, we talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
It was just, and my boy Tom Pelfrey. I mean, how can
Oh, love him.
He's hot and
Me
he's
too.
cool.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
I have no, I'm just going to interject with my list since you all are pairing up and everything, but I have no problem. Spoiler alert. This is my number 1 show. I
Oh,
thought
wow.
Task was the number 1 show of the year, and it wasn't even difficult for me. That was not I knew right away that when I was watching it and we were covering it, like we talked so much about it. I thought the acting, the direction, the locations, because I love fucking location shooting. That's my thing. I love when they get out and shoot in the streets and in the fucking weird forests that they shot in.
Bridges
whole-
in Pennsylvania. I mean,
And the
come on.
whole Delco thing, how that's like its own
Yeah.
mythology.
Yeah.
It's almost
Yep.
like Game of Thrones or something. You're in a different world. I thought
Yeah.
the mystery was great. I thought it was, without a doubt, the number 1 show of the year.
Very nice.
Okay. Heath, you might as well go with your number 6 because mine was Task.
All right. My number 6 is a show that surprised me. I did see season 1 and liked it. And then
Mhm.
season 2 took a while to come out. I think it went unnoticed. Either people didn't watch season 1 or they're like, oh, Taylor Sheridan show.
Oh, no.
Or whatever. But from Paramount Plus, 1923.
Oh, love it.
I thought the second season was
popular.
phenomenal. It was heartbreaking. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was
Talk
good.
about tearing your heart out.
Mhm.
But the end is so satisfying. Like I mentioned earlier, how shows have really hit home the finale. This one, that I'm just going to say, a lot of times in TV, you get the good guy ready to kill the bad guy, and there's a big monologue, and the bad guy gets away. This one, no dialogue, just shoot him down. That's all. Because it was just.
I'll watch anything with Harrison Ford too. Anything.
Well, that goes up. Yeah,
Mhm,
Harrison Ford is so great. I mean, they
Yep.
have this great sequence. It may take over 1 or 2 episodes, but at the train station, there's a setup there which had me like. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, it was phenomenal. And it was early in the year, and I was afraid it wasn't going to make it, but I made a point to say, don't forget how much you liked this show.
So
this
how
year.
can he write that and then write Landman season 2, episode 7 specifically?
Too many shows,
You know what was-
or hand it off to other writers, and I don't know.
He just hands it to the manosphere and they send it back.
When I was
Amy,
watching Landman, I looked up some of the actors, and the one that plays Tommy's daughter. Did you know that that's
Ainsley.
the one?
Yep,
yeah,
she's
she's
in
the one
1883.
in 1923 or
Oh,
whatever.
1923. Right. She's
She
also in
plays the
1883,
pregnant
I
one
think.
that gets the rabies shot or whatever. I was like, I
Yep.
could not believe that was the same person.
Right.
So that just says apparently she's a good actor.
Yeah.
Amy, when you disparage Landman, it's funny because like season 1
Season 1 was good.
Season 1, I didn't think it was a great show, but I was like, there's great aspects to
Yes.
it, and I'm like, if they lead into that stuff in season 2, it's gonna be really good, or they
I
could
agree.
lead into being stupid. And I watched episode 1 of season 2. I was like, I see what decision they made, and and I haven't even gone back to it yet.
I remember seeing your post on that. I was like, if Mike is this passionate about not liking it, they must have tanked it somehow.
I'm hanging in there
I
for
enjoyed
Billy
season
Bob
1.
Thornton, but
I really
That's
enjoyed
the
season
one
1.
Taylor Sheridan show I have not watched, aside from his cowboy reality show. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Axel.
Oh, I would watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, Axel, I would watch that too.
Yeah, I kind of think I would too, actually. Now
I
that
like
you said it.
cowboys. All right.
They look good. Anyway.
Number 5, is that where we are?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is Alien Earth. And let me just caveat by saying I've never watched a lick of Alien. Like just not into it.
Oh,
No.
wow.
And my husband's like, you got to watch this. I think it's going to be different. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So coming in knowing nothing about the universe, I thought it surprised me and I thought it was really well done.
It's a great show. I was blown away the first episode, and I couldn't wait to hear Andy and Axel talk about it because I was just like, I just got geeked out. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
I didn't see this happening to me. I
Yeah.
loved it. And I love I call Kyle Chandler's daughter, but what's her name? Sass Chandler or something?
Sydney,
No.
I think.
Sydney.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes nepotism is a good thing
Yeah.
because she's really
Yeah.
good.
That's
Really
my number 5 too. I think it blew me away, taking this to new heights, as well as with the new Predator Badlands movie. I love what they're doing with the Alien and the Predator franchises, and it made us talk so much about so many different subjects. We had a lot of fun talking about it.
Yeah.
You can listen to hours of it. Alien Earth, love it.
All right. My numero 5. Apple show. I actually got my parents to watch this, and I'm surprised they love it too. All right, pull my finger, mate. Slow Horses.
never saw it.
Slow Horses, so good.
It's on my list.
It's
Gary
good.
Gotta watch
Oldman.
it. You will love it.
This
You
show,
will
and it's only
love
6
it.
episodes, and they
So
shoot
fun.
like 12 a year.
Yeah.
So they'll
Okay.
give you 6 at the end of the year, November, December, and then they'll come back with the other. So it's constantly every year.
Okay.
It's only
at the end of the
6.
season, they put a preview for the next season at
Yeah.
the end of each season. It's crazy.
This show, I know a lot of people were down on the previous season. I enjoyed it. There were some
I love 'em
issues,
all.
but I absolutely love it. And this is a show I think I'm going to rewatch at some point if I find the time, just because
Losers
it's
and
so good.
bruises.
So good. Yeah. Losers and boozers and losers and users. And we sing every time Slow Horses comes out. There's an in the checks chain or an Axel voice message, and it's the song, the Mick Jagger song. We just can't stop. We go. Oh, I'm time to watch the new episode of Losers and Boozers. We don't even call it Slow. Slow
And he
Horses.
recorded that special for
Yes.
the show.
For the
He was a
show,
big
yeah.
fan of the books, I believe.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'll have to check it
So-
out.
It's so good.
I have The Bear on my list just because a bad season of The Bear is better than most shows.
Better
I
than
love
most
it so
shows.
much. And I mean, Cousin is my favorite, but I love Jeremy Allen White too.
I love Cuz. Cuz is
Mm.
I work with my cousin, so of course we call each other Cuz. And
Of course.
I love all the characters on that show.
Mhm.
Well,
It's
yeah.
just a great show.
No, it's fantastic. I wish I could have fit it in. Probably should have, but I love you, Bear. All right, my number 4 we cover from Paramount Plus, Mayor of Kingstown. I think it's the best season of Mayor of Kingstown. Love this show. It's not as over the top as Sons of Anarchy, but it's not over the top at times. But this season just really hit home for I know Axel and Andy podcasting about it with me feels the same way. It was just fantastic. Jeremy Renner and the boys, Hugh Dillon, thank you.
Man, I want to hop in real quick on that one too. Like, it's in my honorable mentions. It didn't make my top 10, but I don't think I feel any less about it than you guys. I just saw 10 things that I liked more. But I thought that this season, I was so glad because I love season 1. I mean, we all did.
Yeah.
And I felt like, I never disliked the show, but it kind of felt like it was about time, like it was going in the direction
Iris.
where you might be like, and then this season roared back so strong. And I don't know if I would say it was the best of the 4. I feel like I'd be a slave to the moment saying that. I would want to watch season 1 again to compare the two. But man, this season, I was so glad for it to be as good as it was. And it had several of my favorite TV moments of the year. Several.
Yeah, it's tough, Mike, because top 10, but it's like, I'm not saying like Handmaids is better than The Bear, but I just had to give it a, you know what I mean? It's so tough because I still think there's, out of the top 10, there's shows that I think I gave A-, B+ to and B. So yeah.
I hear you, Bunny.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it wasn't on my top 10 list, but that Mayor of Kingstown, this was the best season since season 1 for sure.
Totally.
Like, I think I'm just glad to be done with the Russians and Iris. My one complaint, and I wouldn't even call it a complaint, but Amy, I think this is something you brought up on a podcast where we briefly mentioned Sheridan, is that he can't write mothers. He doesn't know what to do with
women.
that.
Or women.
And he killed another mother on the show. I was just like, I can't believe it, but there is something here. Anyway, just to pick it up.
The show needed to do good at what it's good at and stop trying in other ways. And that's what this season it did, right? Like it added more gangsters, more prison shit, more intrigue in that way, and less of Iris and weird Milo shit. And that's what I thought it was the best season of the show. I love season 1, but I think that this is like what it is.
Yeah,
so
like
it was number 9 on my list. I really enjoyed every episode.
It was just so much more streamlined in the other seasons. It didn't meander. There wasn't these odd side things that didn't really.
Like
Iris.
Yeah, it was, and Lenny James was such what's her name, Nurse Jackie, that I always forget her name.
Edie Falco.
Edie Falco. Both of those two.
Yeah, you had 2 of them too.
Carmela.
It was so awesome.
You can call her Carmela. It's okay.
Yeah, good show this year.
Right,
where are we? Number 3?
Yep.
Okay, hear me out. My number 3 is.
I'm like, I've never seen that one.
Back to the Frontier. Did you guys see this?
Oh no.
I saw 3 episodes.
So good. It's my only reality show that made it's. I think it's a Canadian show that they retooled and brought here. And it's 3 families go back in time, of course, to the 19th century, to the Homesteading Act. And you get a history lesson. But what was so good about this is you had a Black family, you had a queer family, and you had a cis white family. So like everybody kind of had to deal with their own struggles. So they like talked about, the rights of Black Americans, and they talked about queer Americans during this time. Like it was so fascinating.
What is this on? I'm sorry. This sounds like something
what network?
like.
I know, me too.
So you can, you can see it on HBO Max. I don't know
Oh,
if that's where it
It
originally
ran on Magnolia Network
came out.
originally.
Yes,
interesting.
it ran on
Yeah.
Magnolia Network, and Chip and Joanna, is that their name?
Yes.
They actually got pushback about it
Oh,
for
of
casting
course.
a gay couple, right,
Yeah,
with
of
their
course.
kids. And they came out and they were like, no, like F off, we're doing this.
It was a good show, and it
It
deals
was a
with these things in a very
great
real
show.
way
Yes,
too. It
yes.
was not. It wasn't like let's have a lesson now. It
Yeah,
was
like-
actually letting the people talk about
It was
themselves
so good. Like,
and what they thought was important. Yeah.
and these families had like internal breakthroughs, and it was just so heartwarming and good and funny. I really loved it.
And intergenerational stuff too.
Yes.
There was a lot of intergenerational
Yes.
stuff
Yeah.
in that.
It was so good.
I'm glad you brought it up because I have to go back, and it was one of the shows that kind of I was watching it while I was like building Lego or doing something else, and I was like, wait, I should pay more attention to this show.
It was
And
really good.
I
We liked
didn't
it.
go back to it, so
Yeah.
I got to go back to that. Solo.
All right, my number 3 is the surprise of the decade for me. It's not a show that I normally.
Sister Wives, season 20.
Law and Order, IUD.
I got to stand. I got to really readjust myself.
All right, this
here
is
for
big.
the-
'Cause I don't know if it's on anyone's list or if you even watched it.
It is
Okay.
not Solo. You were the only one.
Okay, it's a Netflix show.
Wow.
So last summer, my parents were in town and we were going all over the place in California. So we spent a couple days in Anaheim, go see the Angels and Red Sox play a couple games. We have Netflix in the room. My wife starts show on my iPad. I'm like, no, you can watch this. This is totally not. And I'm hearing it. And I'm like, I'm on the other side of the room. I'm like, this sounds interesting. Let me move over to the bed on my iPad.
Uh-oh.
By the end of episode 1, we didn't finish the show. No. I was like,
That's his move. Like
That's my move.
So it's like that's Netflix.
Once you
and
watch
chill.
it.
the old Happy Days arm extension. And I'm like, wait a minute, seems pretty good. So I said, you know what?
Ooh.
Second episode, put the iPad down. This is my one show I'm talking extended about, as you can tell. And I start watching it and I got hooked. And then we stopped. And then when we came home over a day or two, we watched 2 or 3, and I was just so into it. So it's created by Nicole Taylor, stars Lee Woodall and Ambika Mode. It's called One Day. So this show.
Oh, okay. This got great reviews. So.
Yes, this show is fantastic. I'm just going to read real quick the synopsis of it so I don't, and I should have had this queued up and I didn't, but I have it here. Emma, a sharp English major, and Dexter, a campus playboy, meet on their graduation night from the University of Edinburgh. Attractions spark between them, but reality quickly gets in the way and they go their separate ways the day after. Every episode is that day a following year.
Wasn't this a movie?
It was.
I feel like this was a
Oh, was
movie.
it?
It was,
Was it?
and it broke my heart, which is why I did not watch this.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
think I could handle it.
Sorry, Heath, I
And-
didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's good. I didn't know there was a movie, but it's heartbreaking. And
The movie was really good.
it is heartbreaking, but I felt such a connection with these two characters.
Mm.
And then they play Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks, and I haven't stopped listening to
Oh.
Waterloo Sunset.
Oh, that's such a.
but it's
yeah.
fit so well in the show. I was amazed
Elliott
how much I
Smith used to
loved
cover
this
that.
show and how much I still think about it. But
Putting
these
it
two
on my list.
actors, these two actors are phenomenal. And you see the progression. I think it starts in like 89 and goes to like, I think they will jump ahead later on a few years, like 2015 or something, but it's every year. So for me, nostalgic 80s, 90s is like, ooh, what's going to happen in 94? And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful show. You definitely put it on the list.
I believe that our friend Gareth actually posted about this on our
Oh,
page.
Gareth.
Like
My
when
man.
it came out.
Is he dissecting one
Or
day?
Oh, yes, the host of Dissecting Dexter.
Oh, and then you say a character on the show is called Dexter?
Yeah.
Yes.
One
There
of,
you go.
one of the in the latest season of Dexter, they named a serial killer after Gareth, which was pretty. And then they created.
Did they
one on the
really?
show. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so
told him
fucking
on the
cool.
show.
Yeah, that
He's
was
like
fun.
Gareth was like laughing. He's like, "Oh, Gareth," and he's like, "Yeah, we named him after you, Gareth."
Yeah,
So
when he
he's
had the
like,
creator
podcast.
on
it's
the
like, yeah,
pod.
we
Yeah.
named him after you.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Creator
That's
told him that
really-
on his own
yeah.
That
pod.
was
It's
awesome.
amazing.
That was one of the coolest fucking things I saw this year, man. That was so
Uh-huh.
cool. Because he posted that in the group, right? Because I don't know any
Yeah.
other way I would have
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So deserving too, because he's
I
so
actually,
good
with
at it.
shout out to
Yeah.
Gareth, because he's been with us since the Lost Days. And a few years ago, his son wanted to get into acting and had questions, so we did a Zoom. And so it was the first time I actually saw Gareth live, and what a nice guy. Just I want to go to London just to see Gareth and his kids.
Mm.
And but anyway, just success for dissecting Dexter. Good job, Gareth.
And
You're the man.
yeah, he posted about this. And
That's awesome.
I got to check this out. That kid was in a bunch of shows this year. He's kind of popping off because he was in White Lotus, remember?
Yeah. And
Leo
was he in
Woodall.
Peaky
Wait,
Blinders?
who are you talking
too?
about?
Leo Woodall.
Mm.
Who is he? He was
He was the guy who owned the boats, kind of boy toy.
Season 2, right?
And he fooled around with the girl, the assistant.
They were
Oh,
Remember
not this
two?
season. Oh,
no,
right.
season
Okay,
2.
yeah.
Italy.
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah, he was the one. He had
Italy
the
season.
the wild uncle or some shit.
Yeah, and he was
Well,
walking
yeah,
around the
it
one
was-
girl, and we thought
Yeah.
maybe something was gonna happen, or yeah.
Yeah, that was
Hmm.
all right. Cool.
All right, so that was my number 3.
Okay, number 2, Adolescence. I loved it. Thought it was great. Necessary.
Gosh.
Haven't watched it yet. That's why
Really?
I have not
Jesus,
watched
Heath.
it yet.
Okay.
I know.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
rough.
watch. It's only 3
I forgot about it, dude.
episodes.
I
It's
forgot
good.
about it. To be
Uh,
honest.
yeah, I don't want to spoil it. He did
I
say
know
about it.
some
It's so
things about it,
good.
but not a lot. But
Yeah.
I will. Sorry, guys. I'm
It's
the
difficult, but
outlier
you
for
love
It's okay.
Adolescence. My number 2.
It's not okay, Heath. It's not okay.
I know it's not okay. Andy's gonna put me in a corner.
Don't feel bad, Solo. Adolescence is only on 4 people's lists.
Oh well. It's gonna be
They
one of those
they
I
probably
watch.
saw it,
I'm like,
though.
damn it. All right, my number 2. I think it's one of the greatest shows ever made. At least the first season. I didn't watch it. It came out in like January of 2025. Me and my wife recently binged it as much as we could. We had to take breaks, but The Pit, HBO Max. I
Can't
was like a
watch it.
doctor show. It was like a doctor show. You add the 24 element to it, and you feel like you're there. Now, it's not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of gruesome stuff. I'm
That's why
married
I
to a
can't
nurse.
watch it.
I'm married to a nurse, so I get a lot of and she's shocked how technically right this was. And actually, a lot of doctors have said it too. But wow,
my daughter
show.
goes to the University of Pittsburgh, and he's
My
like a
sister went
freaking hero out there. Like she's there now. He's like a hero. Like
Oh,
they're gonna
wow.
erect a statue of him somewhere.
oh wow.
Dr. Robbie.
But it's just the show blew me away, guys. And I know it's tough for some people. Like I know Axel can't watch it because it's
But I
hospitals.
fully support this show. and
Yeah.
Yeah,
support
I
getting
know it's
clients
great, and I've
doctors
tried so many
like,
times,
real
and
shit out
mm.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, no. What's the point of
That's
watching
good.
something just because something's really good if it's not doing it for you, or like you can't watch certain things? Don't waste your time. There's plenty of other stuff.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I feel that way too about some shows where I'm just like, the subject matter, I can't do this. That's it's part of us. Yeah.
I think it's a fine show, but I've watched ER, I watched Grey's Anatomy, it aside from it being more graphic because it's on HBO, I was just like, well, to me, it's just another hospital procedural. Not to say it's not good,
Mhm.
but I was waiting for it to be something more than it is because it got so many rave reviews. But for me, it didn't make my top 10. It was good. I love Noah Wiley, but I was just like, it's another doctor show. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
see,
better
I didn't get
binge.
that feeling.
It's a better binge than it is a week to week thing. It's
Mm.
tedious week to week as I'm
Yeah,
watching.
I'm not
season
even
2.
watching season 2 yet. I'm just gonna wait till
Yeah.
it's all out. I binged the first
For
season.
me, like I was a big ER fan. I watched a couple seasons of Grey's, but there's as good as those shows were, there's a lot of soap opera stuff and stuff. It's slowed down. This one's just 15 hours.
you
in
weren't
the
into
ER.
Steamy and Dreamy or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't get that far. I don't think.
Steamy and
I think I saw the
McDreamy.
first 6
Now he's
episodes.
McMemory.
McDreamy and McSteamy.
So I think
McSteamy.
Yes,
they're-
Oh.
it's
They're doing
McDreamy,
they're doing
McSteamy.
a cop procedural now. The people who did The Pit they're doing a cop procedural
Oh,
called
I'll watch
American
that.
Blue.
Okay.
They just
I'll
Ah.
watch
announced it.
that.
That might be more interesting.
Oh, who's in that? Yeah, I saw something about that.
I don't know. I just saw
American
it
Blue.
today.
Yeah.
Like that they were doing it. So
Okay,
that'll be
cool.
interesting. That I could watch. And I'm happy to watch that because I want to get the feel and the style of the show
Yeah.
with the actual subject matter that I can handle.
Yeah, I just just loved it. All right, number one, Amy.
So number one for me was Dying for Sex. Did anybody see that?
I have not
I
seen
didn't have a
this, and I
chance to.
kind of regret not seeing it because it's still on my list, but I heard it was phenomenal.
Michelle Williams, Jenny Slate, Rob Delaney's in it. It is so good. Sissy Spacek is in it too.
Oh, a little sissy for you.
It's so good. It's based on a true story. It's tight. It's so well written. You'll cry. You'll laugh hysterical. It's dark. Like the humor is very dark. So well done. I loved it.
About?
So
Is
she
dying and
has,
wants to have sex.
yeah, let me see if I can find the blurb real quick. She's basically dying and wants to spice up her sex life before she dies.
Interesting.
And there's a podcast out. Like she did a podcast
I
about
think I
this.
listened to the podcast when it aired, and it was
Yeah.
really touching and sad at the end, but it was a really neat
Hmm.
story.
She's diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. She abandons her husband of 15 years and begins to fully explore her sexuality. And it's interesting because Jenny Slate plays such a good role. She's really like, they're the true love story in this, their friendship. It's so good. So good.
All right, and my number one, we covered it. Apple TV, Severance.
Mm-hmm.
Just was, I think, the best show of the year, and it was appointment viewing, and multiple watches. This show just does it for me, and I love it to death.
I have a Severance question real quick. How many seasons are there? Because I watched
Two.
them all together,
Just
so
two.
it bleeds together.
Just two.
Okay.
Two.
All right. So I remember feeling that I thought season one was better than season two, but I liked season two a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why it
interesting.
didn't go on my list.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really
I
good.
don't know if I've compared the two. I just felt the episodes this season were like groundbreaking episodes that did not that were just. But yeah, it's.
I just
it's tough to
remember that
rate.
cliffhanger at the end of season one, which I won't say, but
Yeah,
like that cliffhanger, and you're
that's
like,
pretty amazing. That finale again on that
mhm.
finale was unreal.
yeah,
The cliffhanger this season is pretty impressive too, I think. So
yeah.
This is number 3 for me. Severance, loved it. It kept us talking. Everyone got into it. It reminded me of the old Lost, Game of Thrones, that like week to week people are talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They had big episodes. They swung for the fences. It was shot awesome. Yeah, I loved Severance. I can't wait for the next season, but it might take a long time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another 3 years.
Right.
I loved it. This was not on my top 10 list, and ultimately I didn't put it on the top 10 list because I hated the finale. And not the finale, I hated the last scene. And I kind of thought it was like a bullshit ending to a really
okay.
great season.
I could see
And
that. I could see
I
that.
I was kind of like, I just in my heart couldn't top 10 it after that.
Gina attacking my lists.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no, that's
attacking
fine.
everything
That's
this
good.
year. You
That's
probably
good.
hate
That's
my
good.
list because
It-
I went back on my list, and we'll get to it in a minute, but I was just like, I had a lot of health issues last year, and so I think I'm leaning towards joy and everything I really loved versus
I'm trying,
this
Gina.
was the best thing. I know. I know.
Oh, that's an important question, Gina. Like that's what I
Yeah.
was going to ask is,
That's
there's a difference between what I think is the best show
Yes.
and what was the best show for me.
For me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
that's
Dying
your
for Sex,
choice.
like
Yeah.
I was sobbing, I was
I bet,
laughing.
yeah.
It was the best one for me.
Yeah,
That's great.
I
Great
agree.
point, yeah.
That's
Mhm.
well, that's always the list question. Like we did our top 10 movies of the 2000s or whatever, and I couldn't really separate what I thought was the best from what I liked and
Mhm.
from but I'm usually think more along like, oh, it's great. But I think I'm more and more I'm going towards what Gina is talking about and what these guys were saying to me, which is what I like,
Mhm.
what I feel is made well, but also what really touched me and was really great for me because it's
And that's
my
what One Day
list.
did for me, Axel.
Yeah.
One Day,
Exactly.
absolutely. That's the definition of what that
That's
show
what
did
I
to
did
me.
for my top 10 list of TV. These are all shows that I would watch again.
Yeah, if a
that I
show
really
wrecks
loved.
me, it's one of my favorites.
Yes.
If I'm in my
You
tub
wreck
crying,
me,
it's one of my
baby.
favorites.
Yeah. Gina
It's the
knows.
poet in me. I can't help it.
Gina knows too. That's how I feel about Love on the Spectrum. It's like I
Mm.
can't necessarily put a reality show in my top 10. I just can't bring myself to do it, but it's like number one in my heart every season it comes out.
Don't worry, it's on my top 10
That's
list
great.
again.
Ando and Axel are
good.
going to do the
Always
Heart
be.
podcast where everyone,
Yeah.
the top 10
Yeah.
Heart.
Listen to your heart. So did you do
Nice.
your number one solo?
Yeah, seven.
Yeah,
This was
we did
seven.
ours.
We're
We're
done.
done.
You're
Mhm.
done? Okay. So Amy and Heath are done. And I like the way we all kind of jumped in, started talking.
I think it
gave
worked
us all
perfect.
That was very good. Thank you all. Let's keep it moving. Next up is we'll do the same thing. Feel free to talk, people. And if it's something we talked about, we just keep it moving. Let's see, we're at about an hour right now. Did you need to get going, Amy, or did you
I have
wanna
about
stick
10
around?
minutes and then I'll peace
Okay.
out. I want to hear some of the other show stuff.
All right, cool. So
I know now, Amy, is the fun part where we got ours done. We
Mhm.
went in front of the class. Now I'm like, all right.
All right,
Now you
well,
can
I'm
point
gonna
and judge,
hand it
Solo.
over to Gina and Mike. Go ahead, whoever wants to start. Oh,
Gina?
you're muted, Gina.
Do you want to start with your number 10, Mike?
Sure. Yeah. I don't want to do honorable mentions. Like I said, I got a whole bunch. I like the idea of me and Andy doing an honorable mentions pod too.
Yeah.
So we can file that away as a possibility. Did you want to say any honorable mentions though?
Nope, I'm just top 10 in it.
Okay, cool. Well, my number 10 is Death by Lightning on Netflix. I think I'll start by talking about this one since it wasn't mentioned in any other two lists. And I don't know how many, if will appear on any other list, but it's number 10 because it added a little bit more humor than I wanted in the subject matter. But I'm sorry. It's about the assassination of James Garfield. I didn't say that. Did I say it was on Netflix as well? It's on Netflix. It's only like 4 or 6 episodes.
Four episodes.
Yeah, okay, 4 episodes. So it's a quick watch. But
Michael
yeah, it's just
Shannon.
about Michael Shannon. It's got what's his name? Tom McFadden.
Matthew.
Matthew McFadden.
Matthew McFadden from
Nick
Succession.
Offerman.
Tom is there
He's
too.
Tom. He's Tom from Succession. Yes,
Yep.
Matthew McFadden.
Oh, Succession, not separate. Sorry.
And Ripper Street. Watch Ripper Street.
Yeah. Okay.
He's also in The Last Kingdom, but
Wasn't he
One
only? He was
one
only in the
episode.
first episode of Last Kingdom,
episode.
though. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember that.
Pride and
That's what-
Prejudice or whatever.
Those were my favorite.
Anyway.
Those were my favorite scenes. Of whatever year that came out, those were my favorite scenes. His one moment in Last Kingdom. But yeah, so he was in that. Really great show. Obviously based on a true story. So you get a little bit of a history lesson in there too. Oh, it's got Shea Wiggum. Shea Wiggum's great
Shea
in
Wiggum.
everything. Like,
Yeah,
come
Nick
on.
Offerman. Yeah, the
Nick
cast was
Offerman. Yeah, it's a great cast. Really interesting. Like I said, it added a little bit more humor than I would have liked, but yeah, it holds you for the 4 episodes. It's really compelling. The acting is incredible. What a cast. So yeah, it's a great watch, and you can learn something if you're not already familiar with one of our few assassinated presidents.
All right. My number 10 is Murderbot from Apple TV.
loved
This
it.
was a short, that's like a 30-minute show. Alexander Skarsgård is in it. He's the lead. He's Murderbot. And it was just kind of like not what I expected it to be. It's funny. It's quirky. It's heartfelt. Loved it.
It's my number 10 too.
Oh, love it.
All right, so my number 10 is season 2 of The Rehearsal on HBO. I'm kind of surprised it ended up here because I actually didn't really care for season 1. I thought it
Number
was just
9 or number
fine.
10? 10
It's
was
number
Death by
9.
Lightning? 9, okay.
Yeah, 10's Death by Lightning, yeah. I didn't really care for season 1. I thought it was just fine. Nathan Fielder's shtick doesn't work for me more often than it does. And I thought the concept behind the show where he like puts people in these situations to make them rehearse for a real life thing that they might be concerned about, and HBO just gives them a shit ton of money to like recreate these locations to make it as real as possible. I didn't really get what it was going for. But season 2 I thought was really interesting because it had more of a point. He was trying to bring to light safety issues regarding aviation, and I thought that like adding that serious goal to it, I thought really elevated the show. And I thought Nathan even elevated the show by being, I think, because it's not for sure, because you can never really tell with him, being more open with who he is. Because I felt like there was almost like a an exploration into his personality and like possibly him learning that he might be autistic. Like it was very, very interesting. And I thought they really did some pretty interesting things with this season and had some goals that the first season didn't. And I was impressed by that. So that's how it ended up on my list.
I'm so glad you mentioned this show. That dude is so fucking weird. This show is so awesome. And you're right. It was better than the first season because the first season he kept on jumping to other people, but then it was like he was trying to get to himself. But I think that may have been the plan because that's kind of what he does. He like starts with someone else and then it centers on him. In his other shows like Nathan For You, he did that. So yeah, it's such a unique show.
Okay. My number 9 is Stranger Things. I thought they
So
wrapped
much
it up
fun.
well. It was a fun season. I thought it was a nice, strong finish for a series. And I just think the themes in that show of friendship and teamwork and love and having each other's backs are, it's top-notch TV, feel-good TV.
Yeah.
I didn't think the final season itself was worthy of a top 10, but I thought they absolutely fucking nailed the finale.
Yes, definitely.
And I was surprised because by the time I got to the finale, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna nail it. It's been going, each episode was long as shit. I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to do this. And I thought the finale was great.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, no, like not too many shows, especially over so long and all the controversy over how much the kids have aged and the quality of the show. Like, I'm really surprised that they nailed the landing, stuck the landing like they did. Oh wait, it's my turn. All right. My number 8 is The Studio, which just racked up a whole bunch of awards. Seth Rogen, Apple TV show. It's really just a show about making movies, man. And if you like stuff about making movies, you're gonna like this show. It's funny, great cast. They tried to do very special things with a lot of episodes. Like they had an episode that was a oneer, but it didn't feel gimmicky because it was like about making a oneer, so that made it cool. It was also a oneer. There was an episode that was like a noir episode, like something out of like Chinatown or something. Like they go for things that if you're like a cinephile, you're gonna be like, oh, this is fucking cool. So like throw in the humor, throw in everything else. And you have to kind of like Seth Rogen though, and his style of comedy. If you don't, you probably won't like this still. But yeah, I thought it was funny, and I thought it was
one thing about
really
The Studio with Seth Rogen too. I kind of like way back when I had said Only Murders in the Building is the right amount of Martin Short. I think The Studio is the right amount of Seth Rogen too.
Good point.
He's dialed back a little bit more than he normally. It's not like him and 40-Year-Old Virgin or something like that. This is way more. I really love The Studio as well. So yeah, he doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore. Like those movies he made when he was younger. He kind of sticks to more of this style of what you said, like this perfect amount of Seth Rogen. Yeah.
He's kind of been doing that consistently lately, and it worked here.
That's my number 2 is The Studio. I thought this was fucking incredible. The way that they keep this show moving, and I know Solo has not seen this yet.
It's a wife thing. I have to find time. Watch it on my own.
You should watch. You need to, dude, because
she might like it too.
You're gonna text immediately.
Yeah, it's good.
You'll be like, I watched the first episode. Holy shit! You'll just
or I'm
watch
hooked.
the whole thing.
That's interesting to me. I wonder if people who aren't in, like, who didn't work in the business or have no connection to it, I wonder if it resonates the same way. Because I watched it and I was like, ugh. I don't like
probably
Seth Rogen,
because it got nominated
like,
for so many awards.
Yeah,
really, I loved it.
I was kind of like, this is a movie by Hollywood, made for Hollywood, and so I didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I thought it was like an insider thing. It's supposed to feel that way. We're at the same time making fun of it, of course.
Right.
But it also has that kind of like snarky HBO, like a lot like Veep or something like that. You know what I mean?
I have a high Seth Rogen hurdle to overcome with me.
I love say, you don't like
pun
Seth
intended.
Rogen?
No,
oh my
hate
god!
Seth
Rogen. I grew up with kids like Seth Rogen. You kidding me? That was like half my friends growing up looked and acted like Seth Rogen.
It's also kind of a
I love it. I love him.
Kind of a pseudo sequel to the film The Player. If anyone has seen that film from the 90s,
one of my favorites.
There's a reason why, because the character that Bryan Cranston plays in this, Griffin Mill, That's the same name of the
That's
character
Tim
Tim
Robbins.
Robbins plays in The Player, and they
Oh,
both are
really?
running movie studios.
Huh.
That's funny. Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
And they're very similar tones. It's
Yeah.
definitely, I mean, it's not an official sequel, but I call it a
Yeah.
pseudo sequel to The Player.
Ah, now you guys got me. Damn it.
It's so good. It's so
Now the
good.
football season's over, I can
So much fun.
Okay. My number 8 was the final season of The Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale hasn't been on my list in many seasons because, I mean, 4 and 5 especially were just like super rough. But I thought they did a good job of finishing this up. I actually haven't podcasted about this yet. And I think that actually helped me enjoy this as a show versus having to dissect everything in it. But I thought a lot of necessary stuff happened and they ended on a high note.
I agree, Gina.
All right, so my number 7 is season 2 of The Last of Us. Did we talk about that yet at all?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay,
First mention.
yeah. I mean, that was season 1 was big around these parts when it came out, and I think we all liked it except Axel. And I thought this season was a pretty satisfying follow up. I know a lot of people had issues with events that took place early in that season and how it affected the show going forward, but I didn't feel like it lost anything. I found it still really enjoyable. And I thought it was very much in the same vein as season 1. Not as good as season 1 because I felt like it lacked a lot of the heart that season 1 had with a lot of the more intimate stories about was it Frank and what's the gay couple, the 2 men. I forget their names.
Nick
but like,
Offerman and whoever.
yeah, those 2. Like that episode was incredible. They did another great episode with those kids or whatever that Ellie and Joel ran across. So like season 2 lacked that, but I thought as far as like everything else, it was still really really great show to watch.
I liked season 2 more than season 1. I thought it was a lot of fun and it gave you more sense of the fun and the excitement of the game. That's the only reason. I really I appreciated season 1, but it was just, I don't know. It was just so missing the adrenaline rush that the game gives you and like how fun it is but I liked season 2.
My complaint about this season is it felt like half a season. And I thought it was way too short. We needed more with Caitlin Deaver's character, I thought, because that really disappointed me on this show.
You're going to get it.
Well, yeah, I know we are, but I wish they would have, because what was it, 6 episodes? I wanted more of that. It just felt too short and like half a season, which is a complaint. I've had that complaint about shows before, but that was my complaint about this season of Last of Us.
Well, guess what, Mike? My number 7 was also The Last of Us.
Oh,
High 5.
Nice.
So yeah. So you can, I mean, and all the same reasons. I just, I think Bella Ramsey is great. Remarkable young actor and excited to see what they do next. And I mean, yeah, sad about certain events that happened, but overall it was still, really compelling and intriguing.
All right, cool. So my number 6 is season 3 of Foundation. I don't think a lot of people watch Foundation, and I understand it's kind of like a unique, not uniquely me, but it's not everybody's gonna fuck with this kind of show. But I thought I really like Foundation. I've liked every season of it. And the only reason this season is not even higher is because it kind of started to decline as it went on, which I thought was kind of weird. Normally this show starts off kind of slow and picks up as it goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought like the first maybe like 4 or 5 episodes of this season were outstanding, man. I was like, man, this is on its way to be my number 1 show. And then I don't want to say it fell off, like it got bad or anything like that, but it didn't keep that same momentum for me throughout the whole season. So that's why it fell down to 5. But and I really love Foundation, man. It's just my type of show.
It's a great show. I didn't like this season was more an honorable mention for me. I really loved it, but I think it's still a really great show.
Foundation was my number 4. I loved
it.
I love Lee Pace. I love the space stuff. Yeah, the story was a little up and down this season. I'm not going to disagree, but I think there were some grand strokes, like big things that happened that I really liked. And I just love the world. So I kind of, every week I'm tuning in to just be with those weird people. And I love the addition of even more weirdness this season. And it's probably going to get even weirder.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 6 was the 3rd season of Gilded Age. And I think it's the best season of this series so far. Um, I think this is great world building. I mean, it's taking us back in history, a super period piece. And yeah, just, I mean, everything from the costumes to the story arcs this season to the progression of some of the characters. Um, Delightful, you know? And, there's a lot more, there's drama this season, but it felt more personal versus just kind of the social climbing issues of the past. There was a lot more, there was a wedding, a shift in positions in a household, just things that were very personal with the characters, beyond like, I'm Bertha and I want to rule the land. So
It's
quite
such a
good.
great show. It's hard to describe why I love that show, but I really love that show. It's
Yeah.
a great show.
I was gonna say, like, even listening to Gina describe it, it sounds like something I wouldn't watch. But like, but like somehow somebody commissioned me to watch it on my channel. I watched season 1, and even then I was like, that's cool, but I don't know if this is really for me. But I kept watching anyway, and season 3 was in my top 10, and it ended up getting pushed out later. But it sat in there for a little bit because I thought season 3 was really good as well, and I think each season has gotten better.
Yeah.
And like now it's to the point where I'm like, when does season 4 come on?
I know. And it is kind of a hard show to describe because it's by the same people that did Downton Abbey.
Which I've never seen, by the way.
Which is, it's, different, but similar in a lot of ways. You get the upstairs, downstairs, the servants and then the families. But
that's my favorite aspect of the show is the stories for the servants and how the spotlights that they're given, as well as the stories themselves.
Yeah,
I think that's
you
so
would love
interesting.
Downton. You would love Downton Abbey, I think.
Yeah, I think that part is so interesting.
This is Gilded Age is number 7 for me. I thought this was the best season.
Yeah.
And not only that too, the production design and production of this show is ridiculous with the sets they build and
the costumes, everything.
Costumes. My God.
There was a shot in like episode 2 of this season that I was like, this is the most beautiful shot of anything I've ever seen.
It's crazy.
Like the shot, the scenery was amazing. The dress she had on was insane. I'm like, this is incredible.
It's awesome. Yeah. I loved it. And I agree with you too, Gina. The storytelling got better. And you know what? It's more, it feels a little more adult than Downton. Downton felt more PG-13, and this does kind of, it feels a little R sometimes, feels a little bit more adult of the subject matter and the people. It's not totally, I'm not saying it's like R, bad, but it feels a little more adult.
Well, it's more HBO as to PBS. I mean, it's
and I think they're more ambitious, and that fits with it being in America, where Downton is in the UK and they're lords, and there's a bit more humor and brevity or something, and you've got Dame Maggie in there, so
it's a different time. You're right, it's later and they can break the rules more. Right? Like they can break those rules.
All right, so it's my turn again, right?
Yeah.
My number 5 we've already talked about was Task. I think that was 6 and 7 on Heath and Amy's list. I don't have much to add to Task. I mean, I think Axel worded it perfectly. Like, Task was Task. I mean, we all loved it. Yeah, I nothing to add. Task was great. Can't wait for more.
My number 5 is Love on the Spectrum, which is literally just like the cutest, most joyful show you'll ever watch. These kids on it finding love. There were some good pairings this season. There's still one really annoying chick on it, but she's still, lovable. But it's just the kids are so cute. The parents are amazing. There's one couple, this is like their 3rd season. I'm just like waiting for them to get engaged. It's just adorable and super sweet. And sunshine and rainbows.
Nothing to add. I love that show so much. Number 4 for me is The Pit season 1. I think we've talked about The Pit already. I think what makes it stand out for me, I mean, I wasn't somebody who watched a ton of medical shows in the first place because I generally don't find them to be that interesting. But I think what does it for me with The Pit is that it's so immersive, and it's like I like what Axel said about just like liking to be in a world with certain characters. That's how I feel about The Pit. Like, I feel like, okay, now it's
Agreed.
Thursday, time to hop into the hospital room and hang out with all the people that I like hanging out with and watch them do ridiculous shit and be on edge for an hour and have it and feel like it just ended abruptly. Like, what the fuck just happened? I was so engaged. So it's just so engaging and immersive. So well acted. All the characters are just great. Like even the characters you don't like, you still like them as characters in the sense of like for instance, Santos to me isn't a likable character, but I like Santos because I just think it's a good character for that show. Like Joffrey. Joffrey's not a likable character. Like, you hate Joffrey,
Yeah.
but Joffrey is an amazing fucking character.
I'm telling mother.
Someone to have, in a show. So like, yeah. So yeah,
Even
I
all
love
the bit characters in the pit, like when somebody comes in for just 10 minutes or a 5-minute scene, even the smallest roles are just all cast so
pretty
great in the
good.
pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My number 4, we've talked about it at length. Task. Not only was it great storytelling, but I knew I was going to love it from the minute I saw Mark Ruffalo in a sunbonnet gardening with his tomatoes. Sorry. I love Mark Ruffalo to begin with. And then I see him in this. I'm just like, oh my God, of course I'm in, Anyway, he's adorable and an amazing actor. It was a great show.
My number 3 is season 2 of Severance. Again, we've talked about that already. I don't have anything more to add to what's already been said. I love Severance. It's another show that it's just up my alley, man. I'm just always gonna love that show, even if a season is a down season or something like that. Like, I'm always gonna love it because it's just my kind of show. Love season 2. Give me more Severance all the time. Love it.
My number 3 is The Diplomat, which might be slightly controversial, but I think this is the best season we've had of it yet.
I've heard good things about this current season.
The additions of Bradley Whitford and Allison Janney as the first couple.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's so good. And it was faster paced. Carrie Russell's character was just like, more no nonsense, but there's still like that kind of political striving, like, who's VP, who's in charge, who's she going to take direction from, but
Rufus Sewell, so great in that too. I agree. This is like Gilded Age. I think both of them are getting better every single season.
Yes. It was just so good. It was so fast. And I think it had a couple more episodes this year than usual, but it's still, I was totally engrossed. Like, it was the best binge. And when I came off it, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be on my top 10 list. And I never saw it coming, just because the first 2 seasons were entertaining. But I just thought this season, like, when a show just improves so much, and maybe it was the addition of a couple cast members, but it was great. It was, action packed. Great acting, kind of great stabby humor, and excited for the next season because it does leave you hanging and camps are forming, and it's very interesting.
So good. Such a good show.
I just started that. Like, literally, I've only watched the first episode, and I watched. I was like, I don't know about this.
The first season is the weakest. The second season is better. The third season is even better yet. It's worth sticking with.
I pretty consistently heard good things about the third season, so I was like, I'll stick with it. But after that first episode, I was like, eh.
I really love the second season too, but yeah, the third season is great.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Bradley Whitford, that's another person who's in Death by Lightning. Amazing
Oh,
cast.
really?
Yes, that's right.
Bradley Whitford's in that too.
He got around this season.
He
All
did.
right.
He did,
A lot of shows this year.
Nice.
My number 2 is Andor season 2. I mean, I don't have any problems with Andor at all, man. I fucking love it. I think it's so ambitious. It's so engaging. It's creative. It's something that's different for the Star Wars universe. I just love Andor, man. The story is incredible. It's telling relevant stories in that universe, like stories about politics and shit like that. The visuals are insane. Man, Andor is remarkable to me. I don't know that there's few things that have been done that well with that expectation of like, oh, it's a Star Wars show, and then you watch it and it's like, what the fuck? Like, why is this so insanely fucking good? And it's remarkable. Like, not much has come out like that in recent memory. That's this ambitious and well executed.
Totally agree, Mike.
My number 2 is The Bear. I was really hesitant to watch this season because I just felt 3 was kind of crumpled a little bit, coming off of the highs of season 1 and 2. But I'm glad I finally pulled that one out. I thought it was solid again. I know it was slower, but I thought it was a way that was kind of necessary. It was slow from a necessary perspective based on what some of the characters were going through. Yeah, and I loved it. The cast is just so great. But it's not a comedy. I don't know why it still gets in that category. It's just ridiculous because it's 30 minutes. I don't know.
Because it's 30 minutes. That's why.
Oh my
That's
God.
right.
Ridiculous.
You're right, Gina. This season of The Bear was one we needed.
Yeah.
Like, because good things happen. Like, you think you're gonna get the shit all this episode, and then it was like, wait a minute, this is kind of good. And it was a breath of fresh air for me as well. I think that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
We needed.
And
We
people are
needed this.
growing, like they're
Yeah,
growing and
yeah.
coming to self-realizations that are very important
Right.
for them to live healthier lives.
That's another one where I
Well
just
said.
love spending time with those characters.
Yes.
I love hanging out with those characters, and that show is always going to be one of my most important and valued shows, because I can't think of any time that I've been more blown away by a show than when I watched the first season of that. Like it's one of my formative memories of TV watching was how much I was blown away by the first season of that show. Completely unexpected. It came out of nowhere, and love it. So where are we at? Oh, number 1?
No.
My number 1 is Adolescence. Andy said it only appeared on 4 lists, but it was my number 1 from the first moment I saw it, and it never left, and it was never close to leaving. I thought it was something that I went into it thinking like, oh, some more gimmicky shit. This is gonna be. I was like, but I'll check it out and see if they can pull it off. And not only did I not find it to be gimmicky, I felt like the quote gimmick enhanced the show. It made it more dramatic. It made it more exciting. It made it more tense. I thought the quote gimmick did such a great job of enhancing the show and enhancing the drama that I was just, and then the technical aspect of it, like just watching it and thinking about like what are you doing right here to make this possible? Like even that part was engaging still too. Like and the acting was insane. The that kid, like again, that was another one, man. When that show ended, I was like, that fucking kid's getting an Emmy, and hey, he did. So like it amazing everybody on that, man. Stephen Graham, right? Stephen Graham.
Awesome,
Amazing. The kid Owen Cooper, amazing. The woman
The
from
lawyer.
from the third episode where they had the conversation or whatever. I'm spacing on her name, but she was in that other boxer show too. She was great. Everybody was so good in that, man. And that's another one, kind of like The Bear, where not to that degree, but I sat down, expected something, and I walked out of 4 episodes completely fucking blown away and just amazed at what I had experienced. And when we talk about the way a show makes you feel, and I have such a high bar for that shit too. Like I don't give out 5 stars or A+ ratings to anything. I'm really stingy with that kind of thing. So it's hard to really blow me away, and that show blew me away. So it's been number 1 since it came out. I think it was like February or March or something like that, and it's never left.
Okay. All right, my number 1. We're going to the cottage, people. I don't know how many people have watched the whole series yet, but Heated Rivalry is my number 1 show for 2025. And if you had told me when I first heard that a gay hockey romance story was coming out, that it would be my number 1 show of the year, I would have laughed in your face, much as many of you are laughing now. This is a show. It's based on books by a woman named Rachel Reed. The creator of the show is Jacob Tierney. And, you start watching the show, the first 2 episodes, you're like, wow, this is spicy. Like these 2 guys, they're rivals on hockey team, but there's an attraction. And then they kind of start going at it in secret. It's very time jumpy. It covers a lot of territory the first 2 seasons, probably like at least 5 years.
It's got 2 seasons?
2 episodes.
Two
she meant.
episodes, sorry.
Oh.
2 episodes. It's getting a second season. It's getting a second season. But then there's a big shift in episode 3 where you're
I
like,
liked
oh,
episode 3 the
Spoiler, yeah.
best out of
you're
the
like,
whole show.
oh, I'm trying not to be too spoilery. I'm trying to give
please
shifts so
don't.
people understand, because the first 2 episodes, I think a lot of people stop watching after them because it's pretty smutty. I'm not going to lie. The guys are hot. You're like, wow, this is like nothing I've ever seen before. But then 3, it takes a turn and it continues to evolve. And by the time you get to episodes 5 and 6, you're like, this show is not what it started out as. And it's
Interesting.
amazing. The actors in this is taken off. This is a global sensation now. And it's not just because it's smutty. Like one of the hockey players plays a Russian character. And it is being illegally streamed all over Russia because it's a representation of a queer Russian. And it's as I mean, the communities that are identifying with this, it's definitely the queer community. Straight women love this of my age. Also, I think we look at these, at least I look at these boys as like nephews. I want to like, do my Italian Aunt Gigi thing and like bake them some ziti. Because they're just so adorable. But the actors, Connor Story is the actor that plays Ilya Rozanov, the Russian character. I actually thought this guy had to be Russian. And then I look him up and he's a kid from Odessa, Texas.
Yeah.
His accent is
He
perfect.
does really good.
His Russian stoicism is perfect. He delivers a monologue in Russian that is epic. It's like just one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. But this kid's gonna blow up big time. Like he was on his way to Paris Fashions Week and supposedly had 4 scripts to read. He's also very good looking, but super, super talented. His character's like an onion, which people that know I love Aunt Lydia because she's an onion. This character is an onion. And so as things kind of develop, you're like, oh, okay. The other main actor in this is Hudson Williams. He plays Shane Hollander, and he's a Canadian hockey player. He's half Japanese.
Oh, is he a real hockey player?
No, the character's a hockey player.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought the guy. I thought
No,
the guy might have been.
the guy in real life is half Korean, I think, actually.
Okay.
Hudson
I
Williams
wasn't
is.
sure where
But the
he was
character
cast.
and there are things about this character. He's more reserved. He seems very shy. They don't mention this in the show, but I guess in the books they say, well, he's slightly on the spectrum. So it's interesting to know that as you watch it because you'll pick up little cues here and there, but it's never an issue that they really talk about. But these 2 actors and their characters are amazing. And then they have a group of people around them. Like there are 4 females in this show that are like the GOAT female characters of all time. And it's the women in their support systems. A best friend, a mom, actually 2 best friends, but Sophie Nalise, who plays Shauna in Yellow Jackets, has young Shauna.
Oh, yeah.
Has a small role in this as well, and she's great. Her character is great, but this takes you to a place. I don't want to do any spoilers, but it's
Don't spoil. Don't spoil.
it's just lovely. It's a lovely show. I would say the antagonist in this show is actually fear and isolation and loneliness, and the protagonist in this story is sunshine and love and acceptance. And because literally all the characters, with the exception of 2, are fantastic. They're just all fantastic. Unfortunately, it's comes out of Canada. So I guess it's not going to be eligible for any Emmys because of that, at least not this year. But it was done on a super small budget. The money I think they spent was like getting Connor Story a dialect coach for the Russian, things like that. But it's a beautiful story, and it's like taken off, and I just think it's so feel good. I was watching a TikTok with a psychologist that said this actually is a restorative show for people. It's helping rewire their brains from like abandonment, trauma, heartbreak, because it's just so positive. And people have watched this multiple times now. So there's something special about the show. I hope if anyone, I think Jenny's watched it. I don't know if all the rest of you have watched the whole thing.
I've seen the first episode. I haven't watched any since then,
but it is sunshine, and everyone deserves sunshine. And you want to get to the cottage and have a ginger ale and a tuna melt, and that's all else I'm going to say.
We watched the first episode, and we have to wait until Lachlan goes.
Yes, we do.
I was gonna. So
it's not child
friendly.
friendly.
A couple things about it. Yeah, I enjoyed the show, but I don't like the first couple of episodes. Part of the problem for me, it wasn't the smut, because that doesn't bother me. That's whatever. It was. It felt disjointed because, like you said, it covers like 5 years. It starts out their rookie season and they're being drafted, or
even
whatever.
before
I think that's,
rookie season, yeah.
And they're it jumps from like this tournament to this winter tournament, the next year to the next year to the next year, and it doesn't.
Like that.
Well,
I like that.
To me, where I'm going, Axel, I was going somewhere, is that for me, that made it difficult because it didn't feel like there was a lot of story in those first 2 episodes.
There's not.
And it was just jumping from this time frame to this time frame, and you're like getting some background on the 2 characters, but the whole series is what, 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So to have 1/3 of the whole show being just a whole bunch of jumping forward and background, yes, it does have a lot of sex in there, and that stuff for it. I just felt like that was a lot, and I kind of would have preferred to have that kind of done in 1 episode, because the 3rd episode was really what really caught me, because the 3rd episode really. So I guess my advice for people who haven't watched it, as long as you are you don't mind smut, because of course, I mean, like Gina said, women of a certain age, yes, but as long as you don't mind that, just try and hang in there, because the 3rd episode is like it'll clench you, and then you really want to see the rest of it. That's my take.
Yeah,
I think that's why I didn't continue with it, Jenny, because the first episode felt almost like a montage, the whole episode, because it's jump, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch the whole show like that. The second episode's a lot like that
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also want to say, I think it's like the beginning of the 4th episode. The whole lead in is kind of a montage as well, but when it slows down, it's great. I have to say, this is probably the best love story I have ever watched in my life, ever.
Whoa.
It reaches a level of emotional intimacy that I didn't know was really possible between straight people or any people. The way these guys look at each other sometimes, and the way they interact, is just like, I've never seen anything like it. And I also think that's like, to these actors, like, they're acting, but they're also having, that I know they had an intimacy coordinator for this. It's probably also where the budget went, a lot of the budget, but it's like nothing I've seen before. The level it reaches of just hitting the heart and being amazing.
Well, we're glad that you. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say, you've done an excellent selling job on it, because one of the things that stopped me from watching it is the fact that I haven't heard anybody sell it as a good show. I've only heard people go, "Oh, it's smutty. Oh, these guys are so
It's because
hot."
it starts
Oh,
off with
it
2
starts that way.
episodes of it.
And you're like,
but that's all I
2
hear.
episodes.
So I'm like, well, if that's all I'm hearing, then why would I watch it? And it's like people trolling straight men. I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about the smut. I don't care. HBO does all sorts of shit. Like I don't
Yeah.
care about none of that. But I'm
Yeah.
like, is it anything other than smut and trolling
Oh,
straight men,
yeah.
or like, is it a good
That's-
show or not? And
Yeah.
so, but no, you are the first person that has sold it as in something other than, oh, it's so hot. It is so smutty. It's straight men are gonna hate this.
It-
I'm
You know
like, all
what?
right, well, tell me something
that's
more than that.
interesting. That's
Oh,
interesting.
I'm sorry,
to
Axel.
me.
Axel, real quick too.
Okay.
I also feel like your selling job is similar to what I got to do with like industry, because I feel like industry, the greatness of industry is bogged down by the smutty aspect. So people get
Interesting.
turned
Yeah.
away by that part of it, and they're
Okay.
just like, ah, it's so
Yeah.
smutty. Ah, it's just out here to be
Interesting.
gratuitous. And I'm like, it's so insanely well written, and I feel like the show fucks itself up by trying to like one up itself with smuttiness. And I'm like, if you just tone that down to something normal, people will probably like this show even more than they already do. So like,
Yeah.
that's how I felt listening to you talk about heated rivalry, is how I feel like I got to talk about industry. But I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Axel, go ahead.
No, that's a very interesting point. I guess we watched the first episode and I really liked it, and I immediately wanted to watch more, but Lachlan was coming home from basketball. And we're like,
You were watching this at like 3 in the
is
afternoon or something?
Yeah, this is pretty graphic.
Yeah, this is kind of a late
It's-
night
No,
show.
no, he
Afternoon
came home at
delight.
like 10 o'clock.
Oh,
You know, it was,
Oh.
yeah, they have late basketball out here. But I'm totally into it. You can tell it's low budget. That's one thing I have to say. The reason why I asked if the Canadian guy was actually a hockey player is because I feel like he is not a great actor, and the guy playing the Russian is really good actor. But maybe he
So,
gets better.
so
I
I
don't know.
think
That's
part
how
of it
only one
is
episode.
the character that is
I could see
Shane
that.
Hollander,
Like
because
coming out more.
I agree with you,
I've watched
Gina.
some interviews with these actors in real life, and the guy that plays Ilya, stoic, Russian, guarded. In real life, this kid is like a golden retriever. He's all smiles and just like happy, lovey. Shane, on the other hand, Hudson Williams, what did someone call him the other day in a group I was chatting with? Chaos monkey. This kid is kind of like a sex kitten F boy. He's wild child. So the fact that he is playing someone so reserved and like straight laced is crazy. Like in it, I don't think this is too much of a spoiler. It's hockey and it's brief, but in it, he's wearing a white fuzzy fleece with the Canada symbology on it, because it's what they wore to the Olympics in the show. And he gave this fleece to the Prime Minister of Canada, and the Prime Minister of Canada said, "Do the leg thing." And so Hudson Williams is basically almost mounting like one leg up, giving him a big hug, the Prime Minister of Canada. The kid's crazy. I mean, in a fun, exuberant, kind of sexual way. So when you see him in real life and then you see the character of Shane, then I'm like, okay, he's a good actor too. You just wouldn't really know it if you hadn't gotten to know, kind of get a sense of who he was as a person. So
Okay, I dig
yeah,
it.
but I agree
Alright.
that it's easy to come to that, like, but I do think Connor's story is going to be huge, and he's going to go on to
I'm
like
sure they both
write,
that's-
produce, win
and this-
Oscars.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
second season will have probably a lot more money behind it as well.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's
Anyway,
keep
sorry.
it moving. That was great. No, that's a good
Sorry, I did it,
discussion.
Justin.
That's okay. Okay. It's all good. Let's keep it moving. I think next up we got, and thank you to Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Gina. Next up we got Jenni and Ando to take us home. Let's do it up. Take it away, folks.
I'm going
All
to
right,
go
Jenni.
first because I know Andy wants to end it.
Oh, I do? Okay.
You always want to end it, right? You always have a lot things to say.
Well, that's true. I do want. I'm not gonna. I don't want to go through all my honorable mentions, but I do want to mention like 2 or 3 honorable
Well,
mentions.
I can go through mine real quick too.
Okay.
So I only have 5 listed here, though there's probably more. So I'll just start with one of mine and you can do one of yours.
Okay.
Stranger Things, the final season. I just thought it was a lot of nostalgia and they tied it up really well. And so I felt like it deserved an honorable mention.
So a couple of I kind of did. I obviously will not list them all, but a couple of them here that I had a kind of a category that was shows that I loved, but not enough. But I think they could become great in the future, almost like the shows that are not quite there yet, but I think they could. And the ones I want to pick out of that group is ones that nobody has mentioned yet. The Lowdown with Ethan Hawke. I think this show is freaking fantastic. It's kind of like a Elmore Leonard type of thing, but set in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't know. I know Mike has seen it, but I don't, and I think Axel, you have,
It's in
but
my honorable
I don't
mentions.
see anybody talking about it. I thought this was a brilliant, brilliant show. Ethan Hawke is awesome in this, and
I love it, man.
that underbelly of Tulsa that it shows is just so, and like all the racism that's there and and plus he's an what is he called? A truth historian, like works for this shitty newspaper. It's just a really fun show. If people have not seen The Lowdown, so I think you would love The Lowdown too. It's on
Yeah, I
Hulu.
haven't watched it yet. It's definitely on my list.
Yeah, it was in my honorable mentions. I started to cover it, and then I took I got away from it for whatever reason, and then I was like, well, it's too late for me to like try to go back and then like go episode by episode. But I finished watching it, and it was in my honorable mention.
Yeah, I really did like that. So, Jenni.
So this one's kind of a cheat, but I watched all of Silo both seasons in 2025, and technically Silo season 2 ended in
Yeah, it
January
finished in
2025.
Yeah, you're okay.
So if it had like actually aired more of that season in 2025, it would have been on my top 10 list because I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that y'all on one of your lists or multiple lists have recommended that show previously because I really liked it.
My next one is a show I thought I was going to hate because I am normally not a big fan of Tim Robinson and his cringe comedy. But The Chair Company is one of the craziest shows. It's like a comedic version of Twin Peaks almost. There's so much weirdness in this show, and it's a 30-minute episodes. And I think there's a germ there of something that could become an amazing, really amazing show. I still can't believe I like this show, but The Chair Company I know Mike. Anybody else seen this at all? The
No,
Chair
I
Company
haven't.
is so
It's also
weird.
about honorable mentions, and I don't have anything to add to what he said. It's
Yeah,
just like, what the fuck is this?
it is
But it's
so
somehow
insane.
funny. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
This-
insane. It's absolutely insane.
And this is the reason why I hope Netflix does get HBO, because they'll allow them to keep making weird
Just-
shit like this.
Yeah, it's
And
so
like
weird.
and like The Rehearsal. The first episode is a little hard to get through. Like just the scene at the table with the cringe factor, but it just gets weird. These guys are fucking in their own world. I love this.
There's nothing else like it. It is
It's
so crazy.
weird. Yeah.
I just wanted to bring it up because nobody had mentioned it yet. So, Jenni, go ahead.
The Long Way Home.
Yes.
Axel, thank you so much for recommending the Long Way series on Apple TV. I highly
So
recommend
awesome.
all of them. My husband and I started with the oldest one and we watched them in order from how they did them. And The Long Way
that's great.
Home was done in 2025, and we really enjoyed watching the buddy trip on their motorcycles traveling. It was fantastic. So I really enjoyed that. Thanks, Axel.
Charlie Borman, Ewan McGregor
Mhm.
ride motorcycles. They've been doing it for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I saw the first one was renting it from World of Video in like when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was.
I'm just
that
glad
was
they
like
were all on
BBC.
Apple
It's
TV. I
Apple
really
TV
enjoyed
now.
it.
Yeah.
It was a nice series to
They'll
sit and
do
watch with
more.
my husband.
I feel like they're gonna do more of them.
Guess we'll see, won't
Yeah.
we?
The other one that I want to bring up, and I think we kind of have to bring it up because it's one of the biggest shows of the year. Nobody else has mentioned it yet. And I didn't love it, but I liked it. And I think it still could become something great. Pluribus.
I haven't watched it
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I say I don't think it's perfect at all, but there's something there that I really like. The production is amazing, of course. I mean, nobody argues that, but and it I think in the future it could become great. But what does everybody think about Pluribus now? It's such a huge show for the season or for the year. I think we have to mention it at least.
I think it's great, but it still feels like an experiment to me. I'm totally cool with people loving it and being into that aspect of it, but for me, it it just I was into it every week, but it just wasn't deep enough as far as there's not that many characters, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a one trick pony in a sense. So it's so high concept. So I don't know. I loved it, but it was not on my top 10 or
Yeah.
otherwise.
I know
I
there's
didn't love it. I didn't. Oh, go ahead, Andy.
Oh, I was just gonna say it is number one on a few readers list or a few listeners list
Yeah,
when we
I
talk
could
next
see
week.
that.
So
I could
so
totally
go
see
ahead,
it.
Solo.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed watching every week, but I didn't think it was great. I guess I understand the concept of building, like Better Call Saul wasn't Better Call Saul until later. It became like an elite show. To me, it was good, and then it went
Mhm.
up. I don't know if I have the patience for Pluribus. I don't like most of the characters, even though a lot of the characters are one. But I just honestly, I like Ray Ray Seahorn a lot as an actress, but her character, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me, and it's well made, but it wasn't even close, to be honest. I ranked it like in the 30s of the 44 shows I watched. So it
Okay.
just didn't do it for me.
hmm
Just didn't do it for me.
I agree. I mean, it's interesting. Um, I think it was overhyped to begin with because everyone's expecting great things. I think both from the, kind of the writer production and, actors in it. I also really like Carol. While she might be a flawed character, I felt like that character got a lot of hate just from listening to, like, I listened to Bubba and Catfish's podcast, and like the response to her was just so negative. And I thought a lot of that was like, "Well, let's see how you do if you're one of the 12 people left on the
Yeah,
world
no
that
kidding.
have any sense of consciousness." I was just like, and also she's like probably a perimenopausal woman. She's lucky she didn't kill millions and millions more. Are you kidding me? Like,
Gina, the thing for me is, I think we talked about the first episode, and I felt like
hmm
the fact, I don't want to spoil the show, but obviously in the first episode, she loses someone that's very close to her.
yeah,
That sets the
yeah.
tone for the character. And I felt
Yeah.
like a lot of people in complaining about her were overlooking that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
it's
Like
point.
that was a huge thing. That wasn't
And
just
add
like,
that other
oh,
stuff to it.
yeah,
I
exactly. Like I just did that for me, but that's a choice that they made. And so the choice that they had, which is we're going to take this miserable woman, this is coming from Vince Gilligan, right? The most
yeah.
miserable person in the world, and make her be the only one. That's why it's just like I guess I wanted the season to maybe move a little bit farther to engage me more, but I appreciate it completely.
some of
But
those
just
complaints about Carol actually remind me of some, not all of them, but remind me of some of the complaints of another famous Vince Gilligan character,
yeah, Skylar.
Skylar.
Someone
And
from the
everyone is
sky.
like, of course Skylar's going to be mean and mad. She's going through hell right now. Of course
Yeah,
she's
her
not going to be
husband's a drug
happy.
dealer.
Oh
So
my
yeah, I didn't
God.
understand the
Yeah.
Carol
Well,
complaints either.
that's going to happen. People are going to be the He-Man Women Haters Club.
Yeah.
But to Skylar, that was the worst. It's like, yeah, you're going to come home to your disabled son who's in high school now, and you're trying
Yeah.
to make a living, and then your dying husband becomes a meth dealer. You're supposed to be in
Yeah.
a good mood
Yeah,
afterwards.
that's not what you call a
That's
happy
This-
place.
And this goes to, I think Jenny might have said this about one of the shows, how you may not like certain characters, but they're good for the show.
hmm
Like, I don't like the Carol character that much, but it's good for the show. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to relate or whatever. There's times that I didn't really care for it, but the hate is different. Like Skylar, like I always was trying to be like, especially rewatching Breaking Bad. I was like, Skylar's justified here, folks.
Yeah,
Like
I always
it was
felt
a
bad
different
for her.
perspective. Yeah, you feel bad. And so, like Axel said, I mean, you lose a loved one, the thing that happens in the world, how would you handle it? And getting drunk and videotaping yourself, or not getting drunk, putting the whatever, that was brilliant. So that's why you're right, Andy. Like sometimes with shows, it's like if they're gonna be great, why not be great now? It's not that easy, folks, of course. Like the Diplomat seems like they found their legs as they moved on.
Yeah.
But you can see how amazing this show could be.
Yeah.
That's why I'll always stick with it and
Yep.
give Vince a chance because I trust him. And so, but it's weird. It's like I don't love the show, but I'm looking forward to coming back.
Yeah, that's kind of
it's
how
a
I feel.
weird paradox there, or whatever.
Right.
I just wanted to say one more of my honorable mentions, which you guys covered on the channel. Duster, R.I.P.
Oh,
I missed that show. I wish they would have renewed that because it was a good show.
It was fun. It was fun.
was.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
maybe
it was
wasn't the
my
best
number
show,
6.
but it was so much fun and well
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
We covered it. It was fun. It was different. It was unique. It felt weird and fun. We had a great time. Good job.
and we talked to
on
the
that.
showrunner. I mean, it was
She
great.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Toya Morgan. Yep.
All right.
So-
Yeah, I'm not gonna. A bunch of my other honorable mentions are stuff everybody's already talked about, anyways. Like shows like Adolescence or Task. I love the shows, but they just didn't hit for me. So it's kind of like people have said about The Pit and other things. So we can skip all the rest of my honorable mentions. Jenny, what's your number 10?
My number 10, I was a latecomer to Severance because we just got Apple TV like in the summer. And so I watched both seasons, and I don't think I love it as much as most of you guys do, if not all of you guys do, but I do enjoy it, and that's why it's my number 10.
My number 10, it's the first time this show has made my top 10, and it's the 4th season of Mayor of Kingstown. Everything Solo and everybody else said earlier, I think it is the best season of Kingstown so far. I cannot wait to see season 5, which is rumored to be the final season. So,
Oh, it is the final season.
okay,
it's not
it
a
is.
rumor.
Okay, it is the final season. Okay, so yeah, Mayor of Kingstown. What a great that one came out. I was not expecting that season to be as good as it was. I just absolutely loved it. Jenny.
Number 9 for me was the final season of The Righteous Gemstones, season 4 on HBO. That was a fun show. I mean, it wasn't like meaningful or anything, but Uncle Baby Billy and, Jesse and all of them. It was a fun show. I really enjoyed it. And I thought that they tied it up well at the end. So it just was fun for me.
I really like the Gemstones too. The other thing about the Gemstones is I think it had one of my favorite, if not best, episodes of TV of the season of the year. It's the opening episode, which features none of the main cast, has a major Hollywood star in the starring role that's never been seen in the show since.
I was about to say it, and I'm like, oh, he's
yeah,
and not spoiling it.
Well, I know there's at least one person on this pod that's a huge fan of that actor, and that hasn't seen the show, and just go into the past and the history of it. I just love that episode. Episode 1 of this season, just loved it. It's just a fun show for me. I really like the Gemstones too.
Okay, I want to hop in on this one real quick. Like, I love the Gemstones too, but I was disappointed in this season because, like, I was like, oh, it's the final season. This is gonna be the best one yet. And like, I didn't think it was the best one. I was like, so I still enjoyed it.
I don't know that it was the best one. But yeah,
I was hoping for it to be the best one because it was the final one. So I'm like, they're gonna go out on top, and it's gonna be the best season. And I watched it; it was fine. I still enjoyed it, but I was disappointed because I'm like, oh, that wasn't as great as I was hoping it was gonna be.
It felt more just like another season. It didn't feel like a final season.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of how I felt about it. But I still really liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
Yes.
And your number 9, Andy?
Okay, this one shocked the hell out of me because I watched the first episode of this show when it came out back in September or August or something, and I really did not like it. I thought, oh, this is just not good. I don't like what they did here. And then I heard a few things, and I went back to it. It's Welcome to Derry. This show, when I went back and finished it, I mean, even though it only takes a few small parts of the novel of it expands it. It's the best adaptation of it that has ever been filmed. It gives me faith that a Dark Tower adaptation of Stephen King could work because they weave other Stephen King things in it. It's the best season of Stranger Things that came out this year is actually called Welcome to Derry. It's The credit sequence is amazing. Never skip. The opening credits and the music, I never skip it. That's just so freaky and weird. Every child actor they cast in this thing is perfect. The last 2 episodes of this season are some of the best TV of the year. Just and they cover things that are very famous. And if you've read the book It and some of the flashback stuff they do in It, I just was blown away by how much I ended up loving Welcome to Derry, because I really did not like the first episode. And then I kept hearing people saying, "Oh, you got to stick it out. You got to stick." And after that first episode, and it kind of calms down a little bit, I really, really loved it. I think it's great, great television. I was shocked.
I have questions.
Yes.
Andy, same thing happened to me.
Okay.
I watched the first episode and I was like,
how much horror is in it and jump scares?
The first episode.
I mean, I've read the book, but I won't watch the movies because I'm not into the horror genre.
There's a lot in the first episode. There's a lot of over the top, gruesome CGI type crap, and that's what really turned me off. I'm like, nope, I don't like it. But then after that, it really is like a little gorier version of Stranger Things. That's what a lot of this season feels like, in a great way. I don't think the gore is too far over the top. I mean, Stephen King, so it's not. But you've read the book. The black spot plays a major part in this, which is a huge thing in the book It, and it's just I really loved it. After you get past the first episode, the gore I don't think is over the top. What do you think, Mike?
I would say jump scares, not a lot. Horror, I'd say pretty high. But
okay,
gore,
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But gore, middle range. But I don't know what your tolerance level is.
Well,
that.
I don't mind like suspenseful type, that kind of like horror. I just don't want like everything to be somebody running after me with a chainsaw and shit like that. Like I'm just not in. That's not my thing.
No, they go for suspense quite a bit. They have a lot of like set pieces that are meant to be intense and scary and stuff like that. Not in the lame horror movie, because I don't even like horror as a genre. So like I really didn't think I was gonna like that show. And I watched the first episode. I didn't go back to it. I went same thing with Andy. I heard people talking about how good it was. I was like, all right, let me give it a chance. And I was equally as impressed. It didn't make my top 10, but it almost did. And I thought about it because I was equally as impressed. And episode 7 is one of my favorite episodes of TV from this year. Episode 7 was incredible. Like I didn't fucking blink watching the first 30. The first 30 minutes of episode 7 are insanely engaging. I didn't fucking blink.
That unfortunately, I knew I saw the title of that, and that's a big thing in the Stephen King universe. The title of that episode, so I was expecting something crazy, and it delivered. 100%.
I'm totally unfamiliar with the universe.
Yes, so
although I've seen the movie, the original movie with Tim Curry. Oh fuck, Tim Curry. But I saw that back in the '80s, so I don't really remember it that well. And then I saw the new version with the kid from Stranger Things, but that's it. I've only seen those 2 movies. But yeah, I was really impressed by that show. I was like, wow, they really went for it, and this was really fucking cool. I thought the kids, everything you said, I thought the kids were great. The Bill Skarsgård is that fucking that fucking Pennywise, man. He's fucking awesome.
I think he's better in this than he was in the films. I think it was.
Well, I've only seen the one, but yeah, I would agree. Okay. He was insanely great in this one.
Yep. Jenny, number 8.
8. All right, so because of my nostalgia, and I pretty much do this every season or every year, I have a Star Trek show on my list. Star Trek Strange New World season 3 on Paramount Plus. I really do enjoy this show. I think it's great. I'm looking forward to watching Starfleet Academy, even though I've heard a lot of people do not enjoy it so far.
I was about to ask, is that the one that people have been shitting on? But no, the other one you just said is the one people have been shitting on.
The Starfleet Academy, Strange New Worlds has what's his name? Ethan Peck plays Spock. I think he plays Spock, and then
Spock.
and they've got Captain what's his name?
Pike.
I was going to say Pine, and I was like, no, that's not his name. Captain Pike, and I like Rebecca Romaine as his number 1.
I like the whole cast.
I do. I really enjoy it. Sometimes they do weird stuff, like I think it was the second season, maybe it was the first, but they had a musical episode and stuff.
Yeah, I think
like
that was
the gimmicky stuff like that. I'm not always into, but like they did have a crossover one with Lower Decks on season 2, I think, and that was kind of fun with the animation and but I just this is a fun show for
Mhm.
me. As I always say, Star Trek is nostalgia for me because it was something with my dad, and my dad's been gone for 4.5 years now. So it makes me feel close to my dad. So
Oh,
anyway,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I still really like it. Didn't make my list this year. It was still an honorable mention. I still really liked it. I didn't like it as much as I like season 2, but it's still a high quality show. And I've watched the first episode of Starfleet Academy. Do not get your hopes up.
oh, I don't have my hopes up. I'm gonna wait and binge it.
I really liked the first 10 or 15 minutes, and I was like, what are people talking about? This is pretty good. And then I don't know if I'm going to watch anymore. I might.
Really?
It
Yeah,
looks like your
I-
house is haunted, Andy.
I know
Yeah,
it
Is the
does,
kids
right?
in the background?
Haunted by my 8-year-old here, yes.
It looks like a ghost too,
It
because
does look
of
like
the
a ghost with
background
a
blur. Yeah.
The my number 8 is the Gilded Age. We've talked about it plenty. So Gina, number 7, or Jenny, number 7.
Girl does that all the time.
We
doesn't
want to
she,
hear
Gina?
Gina's 7 again.
Yes, it was so good. I need to hear it again.
Is it
Yes.
Task? No.
It was The
my
Last of Us. We
number-
had the same number 7.
Oh, that's right. Plus.
My number 7 is season 6 of The Handmaid's Tale. You guys have talked about it a good bit, but I liked how they tied it up and everything, and it was less of the, oh my God, could one more bad thing happen to these people? It was less of that this season, which was kind of nice. So I enjoyed that. And number 7, what's yours, Andy?
My number 7 is The Diplomat, season 3. Everything we said before, it's gotten better
So
every
good.
year. Yeah, Diplomat, great.
My 6 was Alien Earth, and like Amy, I have never watched a single Alien movie. Don't really know much about the whole backstories and whatever, but this series was fine to stand alone. I know
Yeah.
that there's like backstory from the movies and whatever, but the show was really good and engaging, and I enjoyed. My husband and I watched it together, so I enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah, I obviously it did not make my top 10. I mean, it was close. I obviously loved it. We talked all about it. Yes, I'm a big fan of Alien Earth.
Mhm.
My number 6 is season 1 of Department Q on Netflix. We've already talked about it a little bit. I mean, there's so many spy shows on TV. I think this was the best one of this year. Slow Horses didn't quite make my list this year. I mean, it was close, but Department Q, the less you know about it going in, the better. Just a high recommend for Department Q.
Whoever mentioned Department Q earlier in their list, I meant to say, like, yeah, I don't know. As soon as you said Department Q, I don't know if you guys will look at it. I went and picked up my phone because I was like, did I put that in my honorable mentions? I didn't, but I meant to. So Department Q should have been in my honorable mentions because I like that a lot too. It wouldn't have been in my top 10, but yeah, that I meant to put that in there.
My number 5 is The Last of Us season 2, which you guys already kind of talked about, but I was a little sad about the one thing that people who had played the game knew about, and I had heard was going to happen, but it still made me very sad when it happened. I thought it was a good season. Maybe a little bit slow, but maybe they could have done a little bit more, but I did enjoy it. I mean, I enjoyed it enough that it's my number 5. So, what was yours, Andy?
My number 5 was The Studio on Apple. Everything we talked about before. I really love The Studio. I think it's just a great. Anybody that loves film is gonna love this. There's so much good. It's just great filmmaking too. It's not just some standard comedy. You can tell they spent money on it, and just great, amazing cameos that are so fun, especially if you don't know they're coming. So yeah, The Studio. Number 4, Jenny.
My number 4 is another one that I have to thank Axel for talking about because I probably wouldn't have watched it otherwise. Murderbot season 1 was so much
good.
fun. So much fun. I
I'm
mean,
so
I guess
glad
I would
people
call
like
it a
this, yeah.
dramedy, because it's mostly dramatic, but there's a lot of comedy in there too. And I like looking at Alexander Skarsgård, which I'm pretty sure I've mentioned a few times before on
Ditto.
this podcast.
And
Yeah.
so is everyone on the show. It's mentioned a lot on the show too.
Yeah.
I like looking at Alexander
Yeah.
Skarsgård. Like,
Yes.
Give me all the Skarsgårds. I don't know who's who, but give me.
But-
Well, not
It
Pennywise.
was a neat premise to me. I thought the premise of the show was very interesting, and I look forward to another season of Murderbot and seeing what he does.
Yeah, it's really great. That's another one that's on my list of ones that I think I loved, but I think could become really special later. So that's I didn't quite make my list either, but I love Murderbot as well. My number 4, is what should be everyone's favorite series that involved a fungus as a major plot point. It's not Last of Us, though. It's called Common Side Effects. I don't know if anyone has seen or even heard of this.
I have, yeah.
It aired on Adult Swim, and it's on HBO now. It's from the same creators. They made Scavenger's Reign a few years ago, which was just weird and great. And crazily enough, Mike Judge has a major part from King of the Hill fame. And it's animated. I think if this was live action, I think this would have been on a lot of people's top 10 lists. It's corporate espionage. It feels like something out of the 70s, like All the President's Men or Parallax View, 3 Days of the Condor, that kind of a thing. It's about a miracle drug that cures everything. And like the insurance companies and the medical companies that want to destroy that because they want to keep their money train rolling. But it also involves things like if there's a miracle drug, how would that be administered? Who gets it? Who doesn't? What happens? How does this work? Tackles healthcare and the insurance industry. For an animated show, I'm still shocked it's animated because it's not like a typical animated show, but Common Side Effects, a high recommend. I really loved it.
Cool.
My number
co-sign everything
3.
you said. It was really good.
Excellent, Mike. I knew Mike had seen it. I had to.
Yeah, I saw it.
My number 3 is the White Lotus season 3 that we covered here on the channel.
Thai boxing. Sorry, I had to.
I was waiting for
enjoyed
someone
that
to mention
immensely.
it. Yeah, it's my number 8. Yeah.
No, Piper.
I still say that to my dog Piper all the time. No.
That was another one. That was my favorite of this season of White Lotus was my favorite of the White Lotus seasons as well. And a bunch of shows like that. I think this was
we had so much fun
strongest
talking about it. Yeah, it was so fun.
My number 3 show, it was my number 1 show of 2022. It's my number 3 show this year. It's season 2 of Andor. I mean, everything Mike said. And it's just, even though, yes, there's slow parts and there's just, when it's good, it is fantastic. I even love the slow parts because I love being in that universe. The way that we are in this universe, like this is what the prequels should have been. It speaks to everything going on now and timely and how fascism rises and all this great stuff. That's just, I can't complain about Andor at all. I love it. It's my number 3 show.
I'll probably watch it when I'm forced to switch my Hulu to Disney Plus next month. My number 2 was Foundation season 3.
Nice.
I just watched all of Foundation again because we just got Apple TV last summer.
We were telling you forever that Apple TV, it was worthwhile getting, Jay.
Well, I know, but I just
and she's like, I watched all the Silo, I watched all the Foundation.
Yeah,
I know. This is how we got so many apples.
I pay for so many streamers, and I just was like, I cannot fathom paying for another streamer. So actually, my husband got it as an add-on with his T-Mobile plan. So that's why we have Apple TV. Anyway, I enjoyed this season, especially, Empire and Demerzel and all of the nonsense and Brother Darkness and the whole thing with taking it all down and then the robot skull. And I'm just like, it's just crazy. It just was crazy.
Awesome.
So
that was my man from the Gilded Age.
I like sci-fi. So yeah.
Yeah.
Did you recognize him from the Gilded Age?
Which one?
The guy that had the skull.
No.
Yeah, he's
now I'm gonna have to look at
he's on the Gilded Age. He's the son of
the son who
Van
lost
Dyne.
all the money.
Yeah,
that's
right. Son.
That's right. Yes.
I can't remember his name.
I did
but that's
not
him.
realize that was him.
Yep.
No, I did not.
Let's see.
Foundation.
My top 2 are by far my top 2. They've been my top 2 for almost the entire year. Just took me a while to figure out the order. Number 2, anytime you have a marching band coming down a hallway, it's going to be high on my list. Severance, we talked about it on the pod repeatedly. Severance, I had to rewatch. Actually, I rewatched most of my top 2 this week to try and figure out which one I'm 1 and 2. Number 2 is Severance.
All right. My number 1, you guys talked about it some, but I'm going to talk about it some more. Was The Gilded Age.
Nice.
I thought it was great with Bertha continuing her machinations and then have everything start splitting at the seams and she doesn't know what to do. And seeing the growth in Peggy Scott's character and Jack's rise in station. And it was fun watching Ada and Agnes continue to clash over the household and Gladys learning to come into her own. over in England, and learning that she doesn't have to just take what is presented to her, even though that's what she's kind of had to do most of her life. But there was one bit I was mildly annoyed with, and that was just how Marion just dismissed Larry on the basis of something she heard from someone else,
that
and
was so
didn't even
annoying.
given an opportunity to
Yes,
explain
thank
things.
you.
That was
And I
so
was
annoying.
like, really, Marion, Miss Brooke, you are always like the one telling everybody else to give people a chance.
Thank
and then
you.
like you hear one thing and you're just like, no,
But
I'm done. I don't want to speak to you.
Yeah,
So
that
that
seemed very.
irritated me. But beyond that, I love this season.
I agree. That seemed very plotty. You know what I mean? Like that didn't
Yeah.
seem like her character would do that.
No.
I thought that she was going to reverse it so quickly when it first happened. I thought she'd be like, "Oh, I was stupid about," but we'll see what happens.
Right. So that was my number one. Andy.
Good choice. Good choice.
Okay, my number one. So going into this what ended up being my number one really surprised me, because going into this year, I thought it was going to be Stranger Things or Slow Horses or The Bear or Andor or Severance, all these shows that I mean, I loved all those shows, Peacemaker, a whole bunch of them that I thought were Foundation, that I thought would have had a shot at number one. But when The Pit came out, there was no other option for me. I think Pit was the production is
in the pit.
it's
I
so
fell in
amazing.
the pit.
I mean, everything Solo said before, obviously, and Mike, and it's just the cast of mostly unknowns, slowly setting up the characters. I love sometimes the feel of this show doesn't feel like anything else. Like there's a major event that happens late in the season, and the calm before the storm of that, and you know what's coming, and everybody's just and it just feels so realistic. Noah Wyle in this nobody's really mentioned him much in this, but Dr. Robbie is the role he was born to play. I mean, he's playing a teacher and a coach and a doctor all at the same time. He commands us. I've always liked Noah Wyle, but never in this. I think he's getting better with age. I mean, I love that it also, besides just the for lack of a better word, gimmicky thing, it also covers a lot of hot button topics, but it doesn't feel preachy. I mean, it talks about healthcare or vaccines, COVID, gun violence, drug addiction. It feels more informative than without being preachy, which was what I was worried about going into this. I love how it brings all those elements into this story. I love how it's a continuing story, but you really could almost watch any episode out of order and it still works. The way they film chaos is just incredible. It feels, I think one of you guys said it before, it's just so immersive. It feels like you are in this world, for better or worse. I mean, at the end of the season, you feel like I felt like I was through a war with the characters, and like the shot of the two guys on the roof at the end or sitting around drinking a beer, talking about just everything. I thought this was a perfect season of television. I haven't started season 2 yet because I didn't want it to shade my thoughts on this season at all yet. So The Pit, I freaking love it. I totally get if somebody can't watch it, but I think it's a masterpiece of television.
And Catherine Lanasso plays Dana, the head charge nurse.
Oh,
she's amazing.
I thought it was Jill Hennessy. At first, I'm like, oh, Jill Hennessy. And then I'm like, that's not Jill Hennessy. And then I looked around and go, wow. But just her smirk, her attitude, she has control of where she's going as an actress. It's unbelielievable. And
it is a really good show.
The chemistry with Noah Wyle and her, I just love that.
Yeah, I could, and I like you guys have talked before about hospital dramas and stuff, and felt like we've seen it all and stuff. And I watched ER and I liked ER, but this to me feels like taking ER but bringing it into today's television landscape. Just like ER never felt on this level, I didn't think, and it's just. Yes, there is some gore stuff, which is a little hard to watch, but you can kind of turn away from it. I don't know. The acting is just so fantastic, and they get surprising bits of comedy, like the gag with the
Scrubs.
What's his name? Where the Scrubs keep getting dirty, and you like by the middle or the end of the season, you're kind of laughing, like, okay, I wonder how it's going to happen this season, but it's not in a way that feels corny or forced. Man, Noah Wyle blew me away in this because I've always liked the guy, but never thought I was like, oh, he's a good looking guy and he's a good actor, but never. I don't know. I was just blown away by Wiley. I thought he was phenomenal in this series.
You make a great point, Ando, how 2025 is a good year for this show, the way it changed, because I was a huge ER fan. I still think the first couple of seasons of ER is some of the best in television history, especially in the 90s. At that point, it changed. I mean, we could talk about that on a pod, how the 90s changed a lot of TV. But like, because I was like you, I was like, I love Noah Wiley. I love John Carter or whatever. Or I think that's what his name was.
Yeah,
in
that was his name.
Oh, yep.
He's on Mars, but
John Carter Morris,
yeah.
Taylor Kitsch.
And I was like, okay, I like Noah Wiley a lot, drama. And then I heard that each episode's an hour. But then when I started watching it, I was like, this is different. This is different. I mean, believe me, like I said, I love ER and Saint Elsewhere, but this is like, there's no in between. It's all there, and what they're doing. And then, I mean, you got some Bryan Cranston's daughters in it, and
what's the other guy's?
Which character is she?
Mel.
Okay.
Melanie.
Mel.
Okay.
I think her name's Taylor Teagarden or something like.
And the one that plays
what's her name?
Cassie, the one that has
Taylor
the one that
Taylor
drills
Dane.
drills her
the only one.
what do you call it?
Sorry,
her ankle monitor. She drills the ankle monitor.
Oh yeah,
that's
McKay,
Brad
Dr.
Dourif.
McKay,
Yeah, Brad Dourif's daughter. If you know who,
right.
and Brad Dourif actually guests as her father. If you remember, he was in Cuckoo's Nest and the Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and Brad Dourif. If you look him up, you're gonna instantly know
Deadwood,
who Brad Dourif is. He
right?
plays her father in that when he comes to pick up their kid.
Oh, I didn't realize that was Brad Dourif.
Yep, that's actually Brad Dourif as well.
That's right. Wow.
Because I rewatched most of the season in the last week, and I'm like, I think that is him, and I look because he's got a white beard, doesn't look anything like he used to. But the voice, when you hear it now, I was like, oh yeah, so yeah, it's I can't believe I actually waited to binge this because we were podcasting Severance, I think, and I was like, I'll watch the Pit when I'm done with that. And when I finished Severance, I'm like, well, I know what my number one of the show of the year is, and then I went right into the Pit. I'm like, well,
fell in the Pit.
Like, I thought, what the hell's the rest of the year going to bring? So yeah, I love the Pit.
All right, wow. Well, a lot of passion, a lot of TV shows, a lot of lists. We're going for almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. If you can believe it, folks.
I can.
Hey, Amy left us a couple hours ago. Thank you for
was that
being on the
yesterday?
show,
Amy was on the pod.
Our pairs have been lasting about 30 minutes each.
Yes.
It's like,
no, this is
good.
perfect.
Yeah.
We
This has
did.
been
I
awesome.
think we did good.
Really
We did great.
Actually,
We did great.
Yeah.
Now I get to say my one.
Well, recap your list anyway, right?
Yeah, recap your list.
Should I
for
recap
sure.
my list?
Yeah, because
You just kind of sprinkled it in every once in a while, so
It's okay.
I don't even know
I'd
what
like
your
to
number
hear
one
it
is.
all.
My number 10, I'll go. Number 10, Murderbot. Number 9, Mayor of Kingstown. Number 8, The White Lotus. Number 7, The Gilded Age. Number 6, Duster. Number 5, Alien, Earth. Number 4, Foundation. Number 3, Severance. Number 2, The Studio. Number 1, Mark Ruffalo in Task.
Yeah, you did say it was number one.
I was just saying yesterday to Perry that my favorite review of our entire year of all the shows we've covered was the lady who yelled at me for mispronouncing Mark Ruffalo's name. Said it was a great podcast, but stop mispronouncing Mark Ruffalo's name as Ruffalo. But if you Google it, that is how you pronounce it. And my what do you call it again? My number 11, honorable mention.
11.
I had a ton of honorable mention, like doc series and stuff, but 2 I'll mention real quick is, of course, the American Revolution, which was fucking awesome. I hope everybody watched that. And the Billy Joel series.
Oh yeah,
that was so good. I love Billy Joel. But my TV show at number 11 is The Four Seasons. Remember that show
That was
from
good.
like July?
Frankie
that was-
Valley?
That was very good. Yeah, with Steve Carell. Yeah, that's
Very,
Carell, Tina Fey,
just woke up
tons of other people. Great cast. I thought, and I love the original Alan Alda movie. So that was
Ransom
my
Canyon didn't make your honorable mentions there, Axel. The old Minka love.
You know what?
It's been renewed.
That gets its own category of
The
awesomeness.
smut. Oh no.
yeah.
Yes, that's my smut. Looking at Minka, and also that other Texas Housewives show, which my wife doesn't want to watch any more of. But I'm gonna watch more of that.
Hunting Wives.
Hunting Wives.
That was wild. That was a wild show.
Gentlemen, you should watch Hunting Wives with your wife. It
Girl
is.
on girl
I thought
trio.
it was very fun. I liked Hunting Wives very much, but she didn't want to watch any more of that. She didn't
So
think it was very good.
before we go, I have a question for you guys, because there's three shows that have like ranked really high in past times we've done this, and no one mentioned any of them, myself included. Does
Okay.
anybody have any thoughts on Only Murders in the Building, Poker Face, or Yellow Jackets? All three had had seasons this year, and none of us mentioned any of those shows.
Well,
and
I
we have
mentioned
all
Yellow
ranked
Jackets
Yellow
being the most
Jackets. Yellow
disappointing.
Jackets.
Oh,
Yellow
maybe
Jackets
that's
got
what I
mentioned.
was.
I,
That was what I
I,
was changing it.
But
Changing
you're
a little
right
bit.
about the other ones, Andy.
I
You're right
haven't
about the
watched-
other ones.
I haven't watched Only Murders yet,
Okay.
actually.
I
I've only
kinda-
watched Yellow Jackets,
Yeah,
and I
I've
didn't
got-
watch Poker Face.
I still
Only
love Poker
Murders was
Face,
all
but
right, and I haven't
Oh, I
watched
agree.
Poker Face the second season.
Poker,
yeah, I thought Only Murders was a little disappointing this season personally, but
It was just all right.
Yeah,
It wasn't
Only
bad,
Murders.
It wasn't good.
It was fun. It's fun to watch them, but it was the weakest season in my opinion.
I agree.
The Bobby Cannavale, I love him, but it's just, I
the
don't
Paul
know.
Rudd AI robot was a little too much for me personally.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right. And what was the other one again?
Poker Face.
See, Poker Face didn't match up to season 1, but I felt like the last 3 episodes did.
Yeah, I still
felt like
really liked it. It just didn't quite
it
make
was
my list
solid, but
Yeah.
I really did like the last third of the season.
yet.
But yeah, just not enough.
No.
I think I gave it a B overall.
Yeah, I didn't watch the second season. I really liked season 1, and I intended on watching season 2, but everybody across the board said it was a big drop off and not nearly as good. So I was like, I'm not going to bother.
Be your
I
own
don't thi-
man, one mic.
I don't think
Be
it's
your
as
own man.
I don't think it's as big of a drop off as a lot of because a lot of people were saying that. I don't think it was that big of a drop off, but and the great parts were still really great.
Yeah,
I don't
Andy-
think it was a drop off, but it's so hard when that season 1 was so unique and so amazing in my opinion. Thank you, Andy, for getting me to watch it. That 2 I really liked, but like we talked about how a bad season of The Bear would be still better
Yeah.
than it. I thought it was still great, but it's hard to replicate. Like Russian Doll was the same way.
Yeah.
Season 1 I thought was amazing, and 2 had moments,
Yeah.
but it wasn't as good.
Didn't need to make it.
It's so hard it's tough.
It's
'Cause
tough to
Poker
replicate
Face-
those like high concept shows where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna try to pull off something different and unique, and then you do it, and then they're like, oh, well, now we want more, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, well,
that's why I
shit.
love Severance so much,
Exactly.
because I felt they went another level. Even
Yeah.
though season 1 is probably the better season, maybe, but I don't know. Season 2, there's so much
I
good
still
stuff.
I think season
like
2 is
season
better.
2 better.
I still
Yeah, I
love
would have
season
to
1, but-
rewatch it. I would have to rewatch it. I guess because season 1 really hooked me, and I didn't think that show would. And real quick, I just want to mention Foundation, like Jenny. I had just recently binged Foundation. I didn't think I was going to like this high concept sci-fi show, but I loved it. This last season wasn't as strong for me. I had some issues, but I just like so into it. I mean,
I
this
love
Lee
to hate
Pace,
Empire.
right? Right.
Yes.
But
I
that
love
Lee Pace, man,
He's
that
the
dude,
best.
holy crap. I just loved the only thing I hated was season 2. They got rid of my boy Hope McElhaney too quick.
Yeah.
But no,
I forgot about that,
Foundation,
yeah.
Foundation. I was shocked how much I really did enjoy Foundation.
Yeah, it's really good
Um,
show.
It is
Can I
really
say about Poker Face, Andy, you kind of convinced me to finish season 2, and I did, and I was happy I did, and I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
But honestly, after watching also the last Knives Out one that Ryan Johnson did, I just say to Ryan Johnson, enough with the mystery bullshit. Okay, you did Columbo, it's over. Go do something else. You're so
Brothers
fucking
Bloom
talented.
2?
No, because
That's not-
even I liked the second season, and I am glad I finished it, but it should have just been one season. And I think I just feel like he's got to kind of move. He's not Agatha fucking Christie. Like, move on. Go do another Looper if you're going to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see that. But
So-
the other one too, what'd you say? Only Murders?
Yellow Jack. Oh,
Or Yellow Jackets. But you guys said you talked about that when I was
Yeah,
off.
Yellow
the
Jack-
thing.
Yellow
and
Jack.
I didn't see what's the current season of that? 4?
3, I think, was the last
3?
one.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even watch it. Like
No,
I
it's
was
not
out on
worth
I was
talking
out
about.
on it on season 2,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm
I
not
have-
even here for
I
season
actually
3
haven't
now.
watched season 3 either. So the end of season 2 disappointed me so much. I'm like, I'll
There's
get to it eventually.
Season 3 has a couple actually. Oh, this could get better, but then it doesn't. but
Oh.
Yep.
there's
Oh,
there's
that's
what do you,
disappointing.
well, there's just so many. They have greatness. They don't grasp what they should be grasping, or
Yeah,
what they
they
should be
don't.
focusing
They
on,
don't know what
because
show they're making.
they don't know
Solo.
what show they're making.
I totally
Yeah, and I think
agree.
you've said that
They
actually.
lost
That's a great point.
themselves after season 1.
Yeah, it was such a big phenomenon, and it was like, oh my God, this
Yep.
is going to be the next big show, and then,
I just don't think
uh,
they had a good plan, because I
That's what I
think they
think
were
too,
like
Gina.
thinking 5 seasons, and I think it's going to end after this next 4th season,
But
which is
yeah.
good.
That cult was so disappointing. It could have been so fun. It was such a
Oh my
disappointing cult. It was
God.
like a fucking summer camp. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
let's not end on a bad note. I want to end by saying thank you to Amy, Mike, Andy, Gina, Jenni, Heath, Solo. Whoa, Jenny's camera. Jenny has that automatic focus
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
the auto zoom.
sometimes
And
it
it
does
keeps on
that. It's like
focusing in.
it gets
I feel like we're
real
watching Once
close.
Upon a Time in the
It's
West.
kind of cool though. It's like every time you drink something, it goes. Woo.
Roy
all right.
Scheider on the beach solo is what's going on there.
Listen, thanks everyone for giving 2.5 hours of their time to chat with us. This was such a fun show. We do it every year. I hope to do it again next year. Really do appreciate the time that Andy puts into collating everything. We do appreciate that, Andy. And we're going to be back. We're going to do another show. We're going to talk about other people's lists. That'll be a fun one too. Stay tuned. Daily DVR Podcast. Check out One Mic on the YouTube. We'll put it in the show notes, the links. Check out everybody wherever they are. Just say hi to them if you run into them on the street.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Check out Little Miss Recap, and that's all we got. That's if you've been with us this long, you know how to find us already. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I will stop the YouTuber. Oh, and thanks. We had some people on YouTube too.
Oh, nice.
Thank you for watching
thank
on
you.
YouTube. Much appreciated. We're old folks, so we just ignored the YouTube chat completely. But we only have so much attention we can give.
Huh?
What? There's a ghost
What?
behind Andy. All right.
Yep,
Thanks,
there is.
everybody. Have a great day.